Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. This is our watch-along stream for Manchester United against Leeds United. Big game this one. Really big. And look, very excited to see where it's going to go. Because without a shadow of a doubt, we are in a situation today where Bielsa is a fantastic coach, as we know. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer under the spotlight, so to speak, because he's going to be attacked. He will be attacked in this game. Is that a penalty there for Leicester just in this game? Just having a quick look. I think he'll give it, you know. It's a shoulder barge in the back. I don't think Jose will be very happy right on half-time. And he's given the penalty, and Jose will be bloody fuming about that one. Nudge in the back from Aurier. Stupid penalty to give. I mean, you'd be furious. You'd be absolutely furious if you're Jose Mourinho here. He's containing it, but Aurier, right in the far corner of the box, shoves him into the back. And penalty there. That's interesting. And the reason I'm watching that game, by the way, is because we've got a situation where Manchester United could, you know, we're looking at that place, aren't we? We're looking at that second place as things stand at the moment. We can go up to second place today, I think. Let me have a quick look. So it's Jamie Vardy, doesn't miss those. Manchester United are currently in 7th with 23 points. If we win this game and we win it by enough, we can certainly go. We could go second. We could go third if Spurs lose. So if Spurs draw, we can't go third because they've got a way better goal difference. But if Spurs were to lose, we could go third tonight. Straight down the middle from Vardy. 1-0 to Leicester right on half-time. And he will be absolutely fuming there, will Jose Mourinho. He really will. Jack Bollard's just watched Star Wars. Good stuff. Christmas weekend. The weekend before Christmas. I hope you're all having a good time. It is 1-0 to Leicester. Jamie Vardy with the goal there. So look, that's the team I've got there. I don't agree with this team, by the way. I've just gone with the predicted lineup on the day. Obviously, it's always going to be different to the preview. But I've just gone with what I think it will be today. I can't imagine he's going to drop Paul Pogba, but I can't imagine he's not going to play McFred. Therefore, I've got Pogba to the left, obviously Bruno, McFred. Rashford will play, and I think he'll play Martial up front. I mean, look, that could be a diamond. You could change that and put Pogba to the left side and Rashford and Martial up front. But I want to see us playing the 4-2-3-1 with Fred and Pogba, and a front three of Martial, Greenwood, and Rashford, or Martial, Rashford, and Cavani. We know that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's favoured formation is 4-2-3-1. So as much as I like the diamond, and I think the diamond can work, I don't want to see the diamond really today. I want to see the 4-2-3-1 with Pogba playing from deep because Leeds are going to attack us. That's what they're going to do. So, yeah, let's see how that's going to work. Just a bit of a shout out, actually. It's mainly for the members, but you can benefit as well. If you are a member of the United Stand Members Club, thank you very much. You've got your badge next to your name. You've got your emojis like Keith G. I can see he's using the Bruno emoji there. But we now have another perk for the members, thanks to Emojam. This is new to the United Stand YouTube. So basically, if you are a member of the United Stand Members Club, we've dropped the link in the video description. All you need to do is download the Emojam app, log in with your YouTube credentials, and you will get access to six of these beauties. Let me show you now. 6 of these beauties. Basically, this is just me and Flex messing about, but you get access to 6 of these, and you can send them on social media like WhatsApp.
What a prat! What a prat!
So things like that, and we've got 6 of them. You can send them on social media, you can send them on WhatsApp, voice message, things like that. So you get 6 of those from us. Emojam, basically, they're the new
What
thing
a prat!
in GIFs.
What a prat!
Yeah, what a prat. They're the new thing in audio GIFs. That's basically what Emojam is. And we've got 6 of them to give away for our members. So, you know, if you've got your mates in a chat group and the goal, there's a missed penalty, you can do what a prat or get in. Audio GIFs to send to people and ship them up when you send them, really. So if you are a member, you can get access to that. All you've got to do is download the link in the video description to get the Emojam app, log in with your YouTube credentials, and you'll get access to 6 of those, which you can download and use at your free will. Also, though, because it is Christmas time and because not everybody is a member, if you want to be a member, you just click the join button. But if you're not a member, you can get 1. We've given 1 up free for everybody to use because we're just nice like that, and so is Emojam. So you can download Emojam app, log in with your YouTube credentials, and you will get 1 if you're not a member. If you are a member, because it's mainly for the members, 6. You get access to 6 of those. So links in the video description for that. And yeah, you can WhatsApp your mates with those. You can send them across social media. Very, very good. There you go. Why are you early today, says Shub. I've been going early a lot recently. The kickoff is at 4:30, isn't it? So team news will be coming out in about 20 minutes. And I just, I think there's always a good chat to be had before the game about how we're going to line up, rather than just being, we're live, here's the team news, let's react. I like to pump it up a little bit. So welcome to the Members Club, Jay Perryman and Frag, and also to Ishan Iqbal. Thanks very much for joining. And don't forget to do what I've just told you to do there. Little bit of a Christmas bonus for the United Stand Members Club. But remember, you can get one free if you're not a member as well. Just download, link in the video description. I don't know why my glasses are there. Hopefully I won't have to wear my glasses today. Spurs are losing, Sam. Yes, they are. We've got that on the telly to my left, so we'll be turning on United at some point as well. And welcome to Circuit, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Mark, you're looking fine, says Hazam. So are you. And prediction today, Mark, more nervous for this than City, says Sam Pun Dick. I'm not nervous about this game. I'm not nervous about this game. I was filming some cooking with Goldbridge for Christmas this lunchtime. So there's an episode going out this week, Goldbridge Cooks Christmas. And because of what I was cooking, there was a bit of alcohol there. So I had a bit of alcohol, and it's relaxed me. So I'm actually I'm quite relaxed about this today. I think we'll be fine. I think it's an exciting game. We can definitely lose. We can definitely drop points. I'm not disrespecting Leeds in that way. I've just got a good feeling that the quality... Our best players are attacking players. Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial. Our best players are attacking players. Our worst players are defenders at the moment. So I think Leeds are the way they play. If our good players play well, we will score goals. And that's just how I think it will go. 4 cans of lager gone down a treat, Goldbridge, says Sam Diamond. No comments on that one. I feel so worried about Leeds in the first 20 to 30 minutes. I'm really excited about this game. And look, I have to give a lot of credit to Bielsa and Leeds, because they're the ones bringing the excitement. As a Man United fan, I'm not excited about how we're going to play. I'm not. Because I don't know. I am excited to watch United. I just don't know how we're going to play. Leeds are bringing the excitement today. I mean, that's a dodgy penalty for Spurs. I would absolutely go mad. It's just a header into the box. And, I mean, he's literally in the corner of the box, facing away from goal. And Aurier has shoulder barged him. It's a foul. It's definitely a foul. But it's a stupid foul. You'd be fuming. If that's Wan-Bissaka, you're fuming. If that's Luke Shaw, you're fuming. Absolutely. What's the word? Not incompetence, a word. Lack of discipline. 3 words. Did you see Luke Shaw's interview winning mentality, says Matic FC? I did. He said we've got to be consistent. You're not consistent when you lose to Leipzig. You've got to be more consistent than that. This donation is for DT's wife's medical bills, says Kobe. Don't know what you're talking about. Was Cavani in the travelling squad, says Ewan Black? Well, he ain't got to travel far because it's in Manchester, but yes, he is part of it. Can't wait for the game, mate, says Joseph Tyrrell. Lots of Leeds fans in my area, so hopefully we can get one over them today, says Joseph Tyrrell. And I think we'll win 3-1. I think there will be chances for Leeds, but they're not usually clinical. We can expose them by counter-attack and set pieces, as Man United lists. Thanks for all the super chats that are coming in. Petulant is the word, Ronan Barrett. You're absolutely correct. I think that... What I would say about Leeds is I've watched them not loads. I've watched them probably 4 games this season, which isn't bad, I suppose. I've probably seen 25% of their games as 90 minutes. And I think, to be honest, I don't think many people watch loads of Leeds games because we're Manchester United fans. But I've been impressed with Leeds, but I watched them play against Arsenal. They should have won that game and they drew it. So there is opportunities for Manchester United, if we are clinical, and we normally are clinical, to win this game today. Lewis Foster says, I've gone Leeds 1-0. Aurier will probably never play again this season, says Mizanov. You've got to be fuming with that. Whether you're Mourinho or not, you've got to be fuming with that. Can't wait for the game. Yeah, we've read that one. I think we'll win 3-1, says Man United lists. I think there will be chances for Leeds, but they're not usually clinical. We can expose them by counter-attack and set pieces, says Man United lists. Zayn Miasi says Spurs are losing. He has to celebrate that as an Arsenal fan now. And welcome to Ocean Burn. I've probably pronounced that wrong because it's an Irish name. Burn's right. Ocean. I've got that wrong. I should know. Welcome to the Members Club anyway. Thanks for joining. We need good passers as Van der Beek should start but won't, says Rory McLean. Yeah, we do. I mean, look, I think we were talking about this morning and we were spot on actually. The issue, I think, with Van der Beek, and I think it's a really good one, and it wasn't my point. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to get something. The issue with Van der Beek, in my opinion, is that he's a system player. He's a very creative player. He's a very exciting player, but he's a system player. He needs to play in a system. Pogba is an individual talent. Bruno is an individual talent. Rashford is an individual talent. Ollie probably favours them over Van der Beek because they can produce things individually, whereas Van der Beek suits a system. Ajax is a system, isn't it? They all play in a system. What system do we play? We don't have one. So there you go. It's going to be 4-1 to Leeds, says Robert Debary. I tell you what, mate, if it's 4-1 to Leeds, we're in big trouble. It will not be 4-1 to Leeds. I cannot see that happening at all in a million years. What about this? Now then. There is a lot of leaks out there that McTominay and Fred will start. So I've got it right. I was told this morning. That's not confirmed yet, but this is... it's not going to be a surprise to everybody, is it, at the end of the day? Mark, after Liverpool won 7-0, United are at least 5 years away from them, while we are 10 years away. Mate, you're 100 years away from Liverpool if we're 5. I mean, realistically... There's going to be goals in this one, says Greg Basham. There definitely is. Can I just say we're 100 subscribers away from 926,000. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. I reckon we can hit 926 before kickoff. So bottom right-hand corner to do that. Subscribe to the channel. It is free. And thank you very, very much for that. Leeds play man mark, so Bruno versus Phillips will be a great matchup, says Harry Healer. I do like the way Leeds play. I think it's really intriguing the way that they approach their football, actually, with this man-to-man thing. It's brave, it's dangerous, it's probably why they're not in the top half of the league, but I think with better players, I don't know. I mean, look, they mastered the Championship in the end. Can they master the Premier League? Be interesting, won't they? But I think Leeds, for me, this season, it's about staying up. I believe they will stay up. I don't think that that's going to be a problem at all. But they have got a very interesting way of playing, which is a credit to the Premier League. But, it could get them relegated. I don't think it will. Mark, if you're an Arsenal supporter, how would you feel? Would you still support them if they go down? Are you feeling confident for this game, says Red Cosmos Devil. If Manchester United got relegated or kicked out of the Premier League to Division 1, I would support Manchester United. That's just the way it works. That's the way it works. It shouldn't happen, and I think that you'd be very, very angry and there would be action from fans, but it shouldn't happen. But you're not going to change your club. Scott Ashworth says, the biggest, the best. This is the United Stand. Thanks everyone for tuning in as well. Look, they may be trying to cancel Christmas, but they ain't going to cancel the United Stand community. Welcome. Get excited for this one. Some big cracking games coming up over Christmas as well. Let me give you a shout out for that. Wednesday night, we've got Carabao Cup match against Everton in the quarter-final. There will be fans in that ground because it's at Everton as well. So I'm looking, every time there's fans in the ground, it gives me a warm feeling inside. That's not because I've pissed myself. It's just a nice feeling. And we've got the Brighton today against Sheffield United. I found myself watching that because I could see real fans. There might only be 2,000 of them, but it was really interesting. And again, on Everton on Wednesday, it'll be nice to see some fans playing in the game. Pratt Bridge is the latest member of the United Stand Members Club. We've also got Boxing Day lunchtime. So when you're feeling a bit full and hungover from Christmas Day, we got that. We've got the Boxing Day lunchtime kickoff, which I think is always good because you watch the game and then you got the rest of the day to get drunk and eat and watch stuff on the telly. And then I think it's 3 days after that we got Wolves, and then 3 days after that we got Villa. So we've got really good games over Christmas. None of this Newcastle at home shit that we normally get. So I'm looking forward to it. And we'll be here on the United Stand, so make sure you subscribe. Welcome to Marwan Faisal, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Thank you for joining. Red Cosmos Devil, we've done yours. Welcome to Pratt Bridge, latest member. Nick P says, if we come out sluggish yet again, I'll be fuming. We shouldn't fear Bielsa like he's some sort of mythical genius. He's managing Leeds, not Barcelona. I'll applaud that one, Nick P. You're absolutely spot on. Leeds are going to play a brand of football that is attacking and open. That's exciting because they're not Barcelona. They're a team we can beat if we play it in the right way. Mark, I hope Telles starts today because their right winger Rafinha is a threat and Telles knows him well, having played in the league. I hope Van der Beek gets a game too, says Mawajashin Chitamuru. I hope I've got your name right. Probably not, but sorry about that. Yeah, Van der Beek won't start, mate. Mark, it's a win-win for us this season. If we don't go down, that's good. But if we go down, Kroenke will sell up and we'll return to glory. Pooley247, that was Amy Assey, of course. Pooley247 says, worry about McFred not having the quality on the ball against the high press. Rashi to score, though. Glory Man United, says Pooley. I still think we'll win with McFred. I just think it won't be as entertaining a win. If we go with Pogba, it's braver. Per-Eric Klassen says, at least Ricky will be happy with this lineup. And Onioli97 says, I'm scared of Bamford. He's some kind of discount Haaland and lethal. If you've been watching my previews, I was even on the Leeds official TV YouTube channel. They had me on, and I said Bamford's the player I'm worried about. I don't think he's your best player, but our worst two players are the centre backs, and Bamford's mobile. Hello, sir. Love from India. Do you think the points we lost in home matches could be a difference between title holders and title contenders? Says no, not really. We've got no right to be in a title race, you know? We haven't got any right to be in a title race. So, you know, the points we've lost are the points we normally lose. Bale's coming on for Spurs at half-time, yeah. Hello, Mark. Hope you're well. Let's get another win. United, says PJ Pennington. Hi, pal. Hope you're doing well as well. Edward Walters says, I don't understand this board or ownership. If I were the board, I would be fuming for spending 89 million on Pogba and 40 million on Donny, and he plays McFred. It's a joke. Interesting. And Tom O'Duff says, Mark, just want to say thanks for the content and the channel. With how things are in England, watching this channel does help to get through it. Keep it up. Mate, I feel the same. I feel exactly the same, Tomo, because it's very easy to feel isolated in this world that we live in at the moment, especially football, you know, and especially over Christmas time. So it's great that we've got all the content we've got, and you know we're going to be live every day. We know we're going to be interactive, so I think we help each other. So thanks very much for that. They spent 50 on Fred as well, says Cam Chaz. Good point. Good point. And Harrison, Rafina and Phillips, all very good players who will cause problems along with Bamford, says Stud McGuinness. Good point. Well raised. It will be a tough match for United. Leeds is not easy picking since they have the madman Bielsa and his crazy and wily tactics, says Abin. And remember, one of the most exciting things about this game is that Leeds absolutely will be up for it. More than we are. No matter, and I'm not even criticising United players. It means more to Leeds than it means more to United. So many of our players will not understand this rivalry. Probably because they don't accept the rivalry. But they, you know, for Leeds, this is absolutely huge. So it's going to be massive. Hi, Mark. Can you give a shout out to my dog, Bruno? Says it's Taco Kid. Shout out to your dog. Woof, woof, and you're going to lose, says it's Clarky Boy. Great. Lovely comment. Absolutely brilliant. Tier 4 career mode, Mark, says Fizlo. I have got a career mode already. It's on Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. I'll be back tomorrow. And Mark, we should sell Fred. I put Fred in my top 3 players this year. I think Fred's done a really good job. So I disagree with you on that one, to be honest. Just a quick reminder, I'll get it playing on the screen. I'm going to not put my earpiece in this time because when you've heard it 100 million times, it starts to irritate. But you can irritate your friends and family this Christmas. I'm only joking. But you could if you wanted to. Welcome to the Members Club, Per Klassen. Emojam is what we've linked up with. I mean, it's not a sponsorship really. It's something we've linked up permanently with. So what Emojam is, it's the new thing in GIFs really. They're audio GIFs. Lo Celso looks like he's going to come off. So they're audio GIFs. So basically you can send them on WhatsApp or whatever messaging service you've got to your mates, to your family, and when they open it up, it won't just be it won't just be a GIF, it'll be an audio GIF as well. And it works a bit like this. I don't know what that says. I'm having a chat with Flex, right? I'm having a chat with Flex, and then I think, right, I'm going to send an audio GIF. And here it comes. I'm picking
What a prat! What a prat!
And that's going to be Flex when he opens up his phone. And hopefully he'll be in, well, he won't be in a cinema because he's in tier 4, but he might be in an uncompromising position. Vardy's just made it 2-0 to Leicester. No, it's Maddison.
What a prat!
2-0.
What a
Lovely
prat!
ball over the top. And yeah, Spurs title race collapsing here. Leicester again winning away from home, and Mourinho will be gutted by this because it's just a ball over the top.
What a prat! What a prat!
What a prat, what a prat. Perfect timing, actually. Don't clip that. Vardy would have been offside. I don't know, actually. Let's just have a look. I think Maddison could be offside here. Let's have a quick look at this. It's 2-0 to Leicester. No, they're not showing the angle now. I think he was onside. He'd be a prat if he wasn't. Lovely finish by Maddison. They're going to check VAR. He's going to be... What? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think he's offside, you know. He's offside. Lucky Spurs. That is lucky. I think that's a stupid offside rule, you know, when your arm's off. Looking forward for your career mode title chance, says Fizlo, and 7 Leeds players running at Harry, you do the maths, says Kirkham 11. So yeah, as I was saying, those Emojam things, all you've got to do, if you're already a member of the club, you can get 6. You can get 6 of those. There's What a Pratt, there's Get In, there's Bruno, there's 6 of them anyway that you can get as part of being a member of the United Stand Members Club. Click to join. What you then do is you download Emojam. It's free on Apple and Android. And then you log in with your YouTube credentials and you'll get access to the 6 audio United Stand gifts that we've got for free. If you're not a member, because we're nice, you can download Emojam, do the same thing, log in with your YouTube credentials, and you get that one, What a Prat, I think it is. Or it's the Get In. It's me anyway, for free. So download it. Links in the video description for Emojam. Get it on your phone, log in with your YouTube, and you can download one of our United Stand ones for free. If you're a member, you get 6. You can start sending them out to friends and family during the game, and everyone will go, God, they're so cool. We've scored a goal, and I've got an audio gif of Goldbridge going, get in, get in, get in. All to your friends on WhatsApp. Link in the video description for that one. And if you want to get all 6, become a member. If you just want one, just download it and get it on it. Afternoon, Mark. Hope you're ready to get your kit off when Donny's in the starting lineup, says Joshua Bowater. Mate, I'm happy to get naked for Donny. Not in that way. He's got a lovely girlfriend and I've got a lovely wife. And neither of us, well, I don't know. And there's no problem if he is, but I think because he's got a girlfriend, he's probably not going to be interested in a naked Goldbridge. Then again, he's only human. But I would love to get naked for Harry Maguire. Not Harry Maguire. Oh my God, I've let my sins out. I would love to get naked if Donny van der Beek is in the starting lineup. But I think we all know he's not going to be. And also, you know, I don't think anybody really wants that. Do you want Donny van der Beek to be in the team that much that you'd like to see me naked? Don't think so. Van der Beek is our best player for resisting the press and made for the Premier League. Would be perfect to start today. Disgusted by his treatment, says Matt Ross. Yeah, I think Donny van der Beek would be a good selection today, but I don't think it's going to happen. We are 6 minutes away from the team news coming in, by the way, and this is going to get clipped, says Sam. Yeah, but this is the problem when you're live. You know, your mind wanders away from. I tell you what, I'm nearly starting talking like Liam Gallagher again. I was laughing. I mean, this is how sad I am. I filmed cooking with Goldbridge Cooks Christmas today, like going for Goldbridge Channel, whatever it's called. And when I was by the cooker, I wandered off into a story which I'd forgotten about for years. And I watched it back when I was editing it this afternoon, and I was laughing my head off. Basically, I used to think I was Liam Gallagher when I was 17, and I'm from a rural village in Nottingham, and I used to walk around the pub going, get that blur shit off, the crap southern twats, you know, and people would be like, why are you talking like you're from Manchester? And I'd be like, I've always spoken like this, get me some Bennos and a pint of Red Stripe. I genuinely used to do this, but you can see that this week. Anyway, let's get on it. Brokeback Bridge, says James. It's a good film, you know, Brokeback Mountain. You know, you shouldn't be like, you know, Equality Street and Diversity Street. Very, very good film. I think people who watch Brokeback Mountain and get squirmish or don't see it for what it is, then, well, you know what? Open your mind. No one's asking you to get involved. It's not a threesome. It's a love story. Start stripping, Mark. I've got a $1 bill waiting, says Kenneth Hoagland. No, he's getting exciting, Kenneth, now. I'm only joking. What a goal, says Kenny Fisher. It's 1-0 still. It should have been 2-0. A high mark. Anyway, we've wandered off here into we're going for Goldbridge when we're actually talking about Man United. There's football fans going, who is this idiot? Why is he not talking about football? Welcome to the United Stand. Hi, Mark. My friend from uni is a good friend of Donny's girlfriend. And all right. Oh, I don't like where this is going, Nick Lee. And apparently he's unhappy and doesn't understand what he has to do to start. I'm more interested in your friend being a good friend with Donny van der Beek's girlfriend. I thought, you know, where's she got this information? Like, I don't want to tell you where my mind has wandered there, but it could be true. You could be talking out your arse. Mark, what do you think about Leon Bailey? Says Alex Campbell. Wouldn't mind us buying him instead of Sancho, to be honest. Make an OnlyFans at 1 million subs. Hashtag DaddyBridge, says Cam Chaz. And yeah, if you like the content, please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. I want us to get to 926 before kickoff. And we are currently 100 away. I don't think it's updating for me, though. But we're 100 subscribers away from 926. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. Team news is about to come in the next few minutes. I'm just having a look. The only information I've got is that McFred are going to start, but that was from this morning. And I don't think it's breaking news. I really don't think it's breaking news that he's going to start them. Disappointing, but look, Spurs are losing 1-0 at the moment. Leicester very unlucky not to be 2-0 up. If Spurs lose and we win, we're third, and if we won by enough goals, we could go second. You should take a look at the tweet I just tagged you in. The rivals took a right piss at your name. Glory, glory, Man United. 2-1 United win for me. This is Pratic. Okay. It's bottom left-hand corner to subscribe. Apparently, depends. No, for me, it would be bottom right. Rashford went from being anonymous in games to one of our best players around the time he had a meeting with Sir Alex. Harry the Hoover needs a word, says Nick P. I see what you're doing there. I see what you are doing there, Nick P. I see what you're doing there. Spurs are going to drop points, says Mark Lloyd. I don't know, that Leicester goal, they've still got 35 minutes. I'll keep you up to date if there are any goals that go in, by the way. Lindelof has been playing with injury at the moment, apparently. Well, I think Lindelof plays too many games, to be honest. Yeah, I think he does. This match is going to be exciting, says Lando99. I agree. I mean, I'm standing up here and I'm just stretching my back, really, but I just try to make it interesting for the viewers when actually it's medicinal for me. Just need to, occupy my core. I'm not preparing to strip. Van der Beek will not start this game today. There is not a chance on earth that he's going to start this game today. But I am updating, waiting to see. This team is literally 60 seconds away. I agree with a lot of people are saying about the headache. Sorry, the headache. The handball from the handball. Basically, James Maddison's goal was ruled off because his arm was offside, but you can't score with your arm. It's a stupid rule. Banter FC, aka Arsenal for relegation, says Dixon. And Kortik has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very, very much. Still updating to see if we're going to get a team. The next few minutes is going to be all about that. I'm gonna go. Team news is going to drop right now. Let's have a look. Manchester. Manchester. Dan James starting. My God, you've got to be joking. Would you have Vidic back as a defence coach? Says Kirkham11. It looks like Dan James is starting, by the way. You know what? I'm not going to say anything because we'll win. We'll win anyway. If Dan James is starting, we will win. A lot of people are saying that Dan James starts. Yeah, a lot of people are saying it. I don't know whether it's true. I've not seen the team yet. I'm just waiting for it to come in. But it is 3:30, so it could be true. Wonder if Ollie has Dan James penciled in here today, says Tiano Barry. Well, you might be onto something there because there is a strong rumour that Dan James is starting and no Pogba. Pogba on the bench. Fucking hell. Calm down. I'm trying to... Viper says, hi Mark, what do you think the score is going to be tonight? Love from Norway. I think we've got to work our way through this shit first, mate, Vipers. Thanks for the super chat. I'm stunning. James starts and Pogba dropped. Unbelievable. I'm stunned. I'm speechless. There's a gif of me saying this where I go, for fucking hell. I don't fucking believe it. I'm absolutely speechless. And I actually am speechless. I'm going to get this team up on the screen for you now. I'm absolutely stunned by this team. I don't even have a Dan James player to put on the screen. So Lindelof and Maguire start. It's Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka as predicted. To the back four is right. It's McFred as predicted. And then it's Rashford, Martial, Bruno and Dan James. So, sorry, Paul. Some people will be quite happy that Paul Pogba is out of the team, I'm sure. I don't know. I can't believe... I don't think anybody would have predicted this. I don't think Dan James would have predicted this. I think when Dan James was told he's in the team, he probably said, "You having a laugh? You having a laugh?" Me? Yeah, you. Jamesy, I penciled you in for this game. I penciled you in ages ago because you've not played for ages. But we need to win, Ollie. I know. Leave it to me and Kadaki. We've penciled you in. There's loads of games over Christmas, Danny, and I penciled you in for this one. So that is the team. Wow. Greenwood on the bench, Cavani on the bench, Van der Beek on the bench, Pogba on the bench, Telles on the bench. I mean, bloody hell. It's amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing. I know we've got games over Christmas, and we must remember that. Donny's not even on the bench. Someone give Ali's head a wobble. He is. Yeah, he is on the bench. He is on the bench, Joshua. And Mark, last chance to change your prediction, says Sam. It is 2-0 to Leicester now. They totally deserve to be winning 2-0, by the way. But Van der Beek is on the bench that I've got. Although they've named too many subs. So I don't know what they've done here. I don't know what Man United have done. They've named a bench and then they've not got him on the bench. But he is on the bench. He is on the bench. I think you can name 9 subs now. He is on the bench. You can have 9 subs on the bench. So he is on the bench. Check the official Manchester United Twitter account. They've got Donny van der Beek on the bench. So he is on the bench. Because there's 9 subs now. So he is on the bench. It's 9 subs now. You can have 9, says Liam Parker. But look, super chats are coming in. Ricky's doing cartwheels in the back garden. Keep the shape, says Nick P. I think he wants Leeds to see what they're buying, says Tom O'Duff. Why would you not play James on Wednesday, says Ewan Black. And DJ's starting because Ollie's playing mind games, as James has history with Leeds. Mark, last chance to change your prediction. And Donny's not even on the bench. Well, he is definitely on the bench. Ewan Black, we've done that one. And to be fair, James might do all right. Leeds do leave acres of space behind, and he could exploit that. Good point. Man United lists. Thor's Hammer says, honestly, Mark, how can you not be Ollie out with these tactics? Why play your strongest team? He wonders why we struggle at home. I don't get Ollie one bit. And Balu Singh says, this is the ultimate message for Van der Beek from Ollie, that he rates even Dan James more than him. Mate, I agree with everything everyone's saying here. Pumpkin Spice Latte, I bet Ollie's logic was that DJ played against them in the Championship last season, so he should do well. And are all your family members United supporters, or is it only you that are brainwashed, says Per Eric Klassen? No, all of my family, apart from my wife, who I don't know who she supports. She probably supports Man United for tell her to. Not because I tell her what to do, but I don't think she's really into football. Unpopular opinion, Mark. I agree with Dan James starting, says Mohammed Salim. Leeds play in the centre of the pitch. We need natural wingers to hug the touchline. You know what the problem with this team is? And the thing that frustrates me, and I'm not going to pretend it doesn't, the problem with this team here is that it is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is exactly what we talk about all the time. This is exactly what Van Gaal was talking about. That's a joke. This is a game. How are we going to win a Premier League title? Do you think Man United won Premier League titles by changing 4 or 5 players every game in the system? It's a bloody joke at this point. Even the most staunch Ollie supporter would say this is getting beyond a joke now. Team selections penciled in games we need to win. We had Dean Henderson midweek. We've now got Dan James. We've dropped Paul Pogba when our next tough game is a week away on Boxing Day. Fuck Everton on Wednesday. I don't care about the Carabao Cup. If you want to play Dan James and you want to play McFred, play them in the bloody game against Everton. This is a game we need to win. Now, I think we probably will win it, and we might be moaning over nothing, but we're not moaning over nothing, because this sort of behaviour is why we will fail. We might win today. I'm not going to change my prediction. I still think we're going to win, but we're not going to win things by this amount of changes. It's a bloody joke. It's so frustrating. I'm not ranting about it. I'm just frustrated. You can never predict what this coaching setup is going to do. And that's not a good thing. People who say, well, it must be really hard for the opposition. Well, Leeds will play their way anyway, Bielsa wouldn't care if we were playing Bruno, Van der Beek and Pogba and everybody. He wouldn't care. He'd still play the same way. So we're not getting, it's not like Bielsa's there going, oh my God, he's playing Dan James and McFred. Greenwood's been dropped. Pogba's been dropped. Telles has been dropped. Cavani's not playing. Van der Beek's nowhere near the team. But the big thing for me, and Craig Kalami says, well, Ollie penciled in Hendo for his former club and now James versus a club that wanted to buy him. If Real Madrid wanted Phil Jones, he'd replace Harry Maguire with him. No one going to catch Liverpool now. We've done it to ourselves, says Shyam Sundar. If people don't get how this is perfect for James, I give up. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. You need energy and pace. Get behind Ollie. Jesus Christ, says Robert McCormack. Spurs are losing 2-0 to Leicester, says Joel Morris. How can you ever build any momentum when you change the team every week? What is he doing? No one needs resting. Just stick with the same team, says Sean Negative Turner. That's what I agree with. I wouldn't be surprised if Van der Beek wants to leave in January, better than most of the midfielders, and he still ain't getting a game, and I feel bad for him. You know what, Jake and everybody? Pogba treated us really badly a couple of weeks ago, and if you weren't going to pick him, you shouldn't have picked him. But don't pick him against Sheffield United and Man City and then drop him in this game. The fact that Pogba's not playing in this game is, the fact that McFred are our first choice midfield too disgusts me. And I still think we'll win, but they're just so shit at creating things. I like Fred, he's in my top 3 players, but we are playing Leeds, and basically we are playing kick it and hoof counter-attack football with pace on the break. That's what we're doing. We've got 3 fast players, we've got 6 defenders, and then we've got Bruno to try and hit the 3. I mean, it's the most basic tactic in football history, and that's what Manchester United are. We've even dropped Paul Pogba, who is very divisive, but actually is a baller. And I cannot believe he's done that. The Dan James thing to me is, I can't even get involved in the Dan James thing. I just think it's stupid, but it's so stupid it might work. But the McFred thing and dropping Paul Pogba is a bloody joke. I cannot believe he's dropped Pogba. I really can't. And as for Van der Beek, how's Van der Beek going to get in the team when he wouldn't get picked ahead of Matic and Pogba, who are both on the bench anyway? Like, Van der Beek, he may as well go on Christmas holidays. You may as well go on a bloody cruise if you can get on one, because, waste the time. But I can't believe he's left Pogba out. You need creativity in a game like this. Leeds are going to attack us. You need a player like Paul Pogba who can hit from the halfway line a 40-yard ball into the path of Rashford. We ain't got no one to do that now. We're playing McFred, the Duracell bunnies. They can't hit those passes the way Pogba can. So I think it's, look, we'll probably see Pogba in the last half an hour and we'll probably go and win the game. But I've no doubts his first, he is picking McTominay and Fred ahead of Pogba and Van der Beek. Over £120 million worth of talent. A semi-finalist in the Champions League, a World Cup winner. Streets ahead of Fred and McTominay in footballing ability, and they're sat on the bench. Don't tell me this coach has a style of football that sits with Manchester United. It's counter-attacking football, and we're going to give up a lot of the ball again. And I wanted to see something different. I apologise if people think that's negative, but we're Manchester United against Leeds at Old Trafford. I wanted to see us play a bit of football. I wanted us to get hold of the ball. I didn't want to see a back 6 again. 2 centre defensive midfielders protecting bubble wrap FC because we're shit scared of Bamford. I'm bored of it. And I still think we're going to win, but I want to see more than winning. I want to see a vision that we're going to win the league. And all we ever see every game is the changing of the team, the changing of the style, the dropping of the better players for a system, the counter-attacking football. He's bottled it today with that team. I think we'll win, but he's bottled it. He's going to just do counter-attacking football. And Bielsa said he'd do that. And everyone said he was going to do that. I hope Bruno doesn't lose the ball tons of times again. Also, would love the Emojam app if I was 4 years old, says Wilson Chrysler. All right, Wilson. What are you getting cold for Christmas? Leeds is going to press the life out of us, and Ollie picks players who are incapable of beating the press. Makes sense to me, says Steve Lebo. Starting McFred over Pogba and Donny is like leaving your Ferraris at home to take your reliant Robin out for a spin. Sean Negative Turner, did we ever under Sir Alex Ferguson come up against a team who's just been promoted and set up to counter-attack at home? This is why I'm Ollie out, says Sean Negative Turner. And Leeds is going to press the life out, as I think I read that one from Steve. I need to get Flex on, actually. I've totally forgotten. Apologies to Flex. Just in relation to what I was talking about that, though, Emojam, it's the new way of GIFs. They're audio GIFs. So if you send a GIF through Emojam on WhatsApp to any of your friends or family, they'll get an audio element to it as well. This is for our members. So if you're a member of the United Stand Members Club, you can get 6 of these for free. All you've got to do is use the link in the video description. Here we go.
What a prat! What a prat!
Very apt for what Ollie's doing at the moment, actually. So you could have sent that, if you've got one of those Emojam gifs, you could have sent it to your mates and said, he's dropped Pogba on WhatsApp, and put that little gif next to it. And I think that would work really, really, really well.
What a prat! What a prat!
But to get these, all you've got to do is download the Emojam app. It's free. You get once you've downloaded it, you log in with your YouTube credentials, and if you're a member of the United Stand Members Club, you can download those 6 Emojam gifs for United Stand and use them as your will on social media and WhatsApp, etc. If you are not a member of the club, then you can get access to one. So we're being nice and letting people who are not members have one as well. And I think it's the What a Prat one. So you could be using that today, tomorrow, all through Christmas. Links in the video description. Download Emojam and then log in with your YouTube credentials and you can get those gifts. 1 if you're not a member, 6 if you are a member. And remember, to become a member, you've just got to click the join button. Bit loud. The Rosinator, welcome to the Members Club. Thanks for joining. So let's talk about this bloody team news. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I cannot remember. I would never have predicted that team. But the thing that's pissed me off is not Dan James. It's Pogba. And I've had a good old moan about Pogba, but this football club has now made us act like Pogba's been forgiven. So we as fans have moved on from that. And then in a very, very big game, we drop Paul Pogba. Flex, can you hear me? Good. Give us your thoughts on the team, mate.
Yeah, obviously proper surprise, just like everyone else, that with the inclusion of Dan James. It didn't really make sense. But I suppose we're left with trying to have to make sense of it. And I just said there, like, his attributes are running, and pace, and running and pace. So Ollie clearly has looked at it and said, Leeds play high intensity. We need him to run his arse off and be an outlet on the break and stuff. But it is such a big gamble. It's not even like Dan James has been in the frame. Like, that's what's worrying me about this. All right, cool. If he's been coming off the bench here and there, starting here or there, none of us are talking about the fact that when's the last time Dan James came on? Played?
Good point.
Do you know what I'm saying? So to ask him to come into a high intensity game like this is, I tell you what, that's a massive gamble. So I'm actually not going to go mad right now because you know what? Dan James, like you said there, he probably shocked himself. Like, I can't believe it. He's just come out of nowhere and he's going to start this game, a very, very tough game against a bitter rival. So I want to support him. I want him to do well. And I want that tactic to play off because I know that's why Ollie's put him in there. He's rapid. He's on the break. And he's going to be energetic and get back and tuck in and give us shape.
Do you not think it's, because I forget, do you not think it's managing by numbers, though? It's just put a name in a hat, because you're right. This, all right, Dan James is quick. It might suit Leeds, but is it not just the same as penciling Dean Henderson in for Sheffield United? Oh, Leeds play a high line. Let's play a quick player. I mean, Dan James has not played any minutes in bloody ages. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind if Dan James had been on the periphery and looking good.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
He's not been involved. So what's this shit all about? What is it about? And look, if it works, great. But I don't think it's tactical genius. I think it's just a fluke. It's like he's not even match. He's not been anywhere near this team. And what bothers me is, I think we're still going to win, by the way. But what bothers me is, we're playing a newly promoted team, like somebody just said. Leeds United at Old Trafford, a newly promoted team, and we've dropped Pogba, so we're basically playing a back six and hitting long balls to quick players. That's Man United Football Club now. Soaking up pressure and hitting long balls to quick players. It's basic. It's so bloody basic.
Yeah, I mean, look, what I will say is where we're at under Ollie, and it is, and I know where we want to get back to, but I'm just not in that mindset of like, we have to play like this, we have to play that, because under Ollie, we ain't good enough to play the way that we want to play. We've seen it. We're too inconsistent. You don't know what you're going to get with us. So I don't mind giving a little bit of respect to teams that are coming, and you know how Leeds are going to play. But the biggest thing is you're right. If it don't work and Dan James is just nowhere to be seen, just playing shit, and then he just has to bring Pogba on and change it anyway, then you're saying, you know what? You're an idiot, because I thought that I thought he was going to go over Diamond. I actually agree with Fred and McTominay having to come into this game.
Well, I knew they would. I knew that. I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
But
we knew they would from the selection against Sheffield United. We knew them three, including Luke Shaw, them two, including Luke Shaw. He was always gonna come in. They were always gonna come back in. And you look at how Leeds play. It's gonna be a tough game. I know you're quite calm about this game and see us winning quite. Not, I don't want to say easily, but
not now.
I think. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a proper tight game. Like, they are an intense team. They only know how to play one way. They are going to be at us, and we are very uncomfortable when we're pressed. We've seen it, and you do need willing runners. So Fred and McTominay, 100%. But I thought it'd go over Diamond because you still need a Pogba in there, because we're going to need someone to unlock that defense alongside Bruno, and there's going to be so much space exploited in behind Leeds because they play so high up the pitch and on the front foot. They leave a lot of space in behind, and in transition, you need that Pogba-esque ball from deep that just splits the defense or over the top. So I was surprised that he didn't start alongside Fred and McTominay and maybe a Diamond, or like a 4-4-2 with maybe Pogba towards the left-hand side. But it's just one of them. This has to work for him. That's what I would say. If it don't work, then we can go ham.
The thing is, though, if it doesn't work, then what happens? He just smiles and goes, oh, at the end of the day. Or if we draw, I mean, it's a must-win game. I mean, Prem Prodigy says, I think Pogba's played well recently, but against the team that will press the life out of us, Pogba isn't the right for this game. Van der Beek should have started. Also, I think Ollie knows Leeds would start with high intensity and Dan James will be defending better than someone else, says Sam. No wingers in the squad, so James plays, says Akash. Leeds exposed with wingers, so it's a right decision. Storyfy says, to be fair, we need a winger with speed today. That tracks back. Would like to see McTominay out for Pogba. Opt to switch Martial for James. Cavani top second half. And to be fair, Pogba doesn't play well against the high press, says Sam Laughlin. Welcome to the Members Club, Laurent. And hi, Mark and Flex. You think Bielsa, when he sees our setup, will say, oh, thanks, Ollie, love your channel, says JT69 United. I just think that, everything everybody's saying, I understand what they're saying. But in my opinion, do you think Didier Deschamps, when he's playing against Portugal or another pressing team, or Spain, drops Pogba to play, I don't know, some run-of-the-mill French midfielder? And that's my issue here. I don't disagree with what people are saying about Pogba, but you don't drop Paul Pogba for Scott McTominay. You just don't. That's not what you do if you're Manchester United. That's not what Pep Guardiola would do. It's not what Jurgen Klopp would do. You get your best players on the pitch, and the reason we don't do it is because we play basic football. And basically, he doesn't want Pogba to play today because he wants Scott McTominay to run around and tackle people and break up the play. He doesn't want him to create or anything like that. He wants to play with 6 defenders, Bruno the creator, and 3 fast people.
He wants to match them. Look, to win this game, though, we have to match their work rate. We don't, and then the
you want to match their footballing ability as well, which I don't think we're capable of doing.
But then you match to win this game. We have to match their work rate and earn the right to play, and then your footballing, our qualities should shine through, and we should win the game. If you're going through the aspects of the ingredients that we're going to need to win this game, the work rate, I get it. He couldn't play Pogba and Matic again in that midfield.
No, Matic is never going to play. No.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't mind what he could have done is gone with Dan James on, if he still wanted to do the Dan James thing. Maybe put Dan James on the right and then play Fred and Pogba and Bruno. Maybe you could do that because the Dan James thing's just mad. But even that wouldn't be as bad because you still got the legs. But it's like you said, it's the thinking of having Fred and McTominay at your base. You're saying, right, I need to just have pure legs and energy over craftsmanship, and that's okay, Ollie.
But I think people are annoyed by this because this is what we are now. We know
this is what we are.
This is life under Solskjaer. If you like it, great.
But we have to get real. You're right. That is exactly what you're right there. This is life under Solskjaer.
I don't like it. I've got to be honest. I don't like it. It doesn't make me Ollie out, but this is life under Solskjaer. I don't like it. I don't like a back 6. I don't like 2 holding midfielders who can't play football. I don't like it. Why did we buy Donny van der Beek? Why did we buy Paul Pogba? I don't like this life under Solskjaer. It's negative. It's not entertaining. It's basically Bruno's going to have a massive game today because all Ollie wants to do, get the ball to Bruno, and Bruno hit balls in behind their back 4. And look, I think we will win.
But that can actually work though. Do you know what?
But we're not Stoke. We're not bloody Hull. We're not Fulham. We're not Brighton. We're Manchester United. We shouldn't be playing Leeds. I mean, Leeds haven't got great players. They've got a good manager and they've got good players. but we're basically bottling it against his system and hitting teams on the break again.
He's showing a bit too much respect to it. Because look, at the end of the day, you do have to. It is all about how you set your team out. So you can play certain players, but you then have to make them change their mentality. Because that's what I'm saying. The best teams, if this was Liverpool, they wouldn't put the less creative players in. They're players who can create, can also run about the pitch and make things happen and work hard. And I think that's what Ollie's looked at. He's looked at it and gone, let's just say the facts here. He's looked at this and gone, I don't trust Paul Pogba to run his arse off and put in a shift that's needed to match the intensity of Leeds.
But
and
if I was to say coaching Flex, because he can't get Pogba to do it, but Deschamps can. If he can't get Van der Beek to do it, but Ten Hag can, then and he's using Fred and McTominay because they'll do as they're told. It shows a weakness in the coaching that if we were Fulham and we were playing Leeds and we did pick McTominay and Fred because we haven't got better players, I totally understand it. But we're Manchester United. We've got Paul Pogba on the bench. We've got Van der Beek on the bench. We've got better players than what he's starting. And the reason he's doing that is because Fred and McTominay are basic players. They'll run around, they'll put their foot in, and they'll play simple passes. Pogba and Van der Beek will do more. He just doesn't know how to coach at that level.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to play 100%, which is why I'm saying a Klopp or a Pep wouldn't just put in, like, what if Pep was playing, well, when Pep did play against them, he didn't just go, right, I'm going to go Fernandinho, Rodri, stuck with no attack, and then take out De Bruyne because it's not the game for him and stuff like that, or I'm going to, do you know what I mean, play the defensive-minded midfielders. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, he has a way of playing the attacking players up against a system that's really intense and presses you. So you're right. Ollie doesn't trust in his own system. That's what we're missing here. That's what we're actually missing here. Ollie don't trust in his own thing. This is an admittance from Ollie going, I ain't got it like that. I can't afford to play Paul Pogba and Fred only in there with Martial, Rashford, Greenwood. I don't trust it. I need more. I need more runners, not creativity. You know?
Zed Jamie says, Bielsa even said he would counter-attack. He knows he won't go away with the high line and give us a massive advantage. He isn't stupid. Leeds will probably hit us on the counter, says Zed Jamie. Mark, in fairness, I think what Ollie's doing is that Leeds tend to tire in the second half, so he's keeping it tight to then bring Pogba and maybe Cavani on to hurt Leeds from the 65th minute, says Mike Thomas. This smells of Ollie trying to keep players happy by giving them game time, which worries me. It needs to work, or is he going to get a lot of stick, says Andy on. Leeds will just man-mark Bruno since McFred lacks creativity. We won't be able to get the ball forward and we'll be trapped in our own half, says Travis Johnson. Well, look, for me, I would say to everybody, what's the difference between the Leeds today and Man City last week in the way that we've set up? And we did starve our forwards. You know what it is for me? I think we're going to win. And people probably don't understand it because some people will be quite basic and go, oh, Goldbridge is always moaning. He's moaning and we've won the game. I think we're going to win the game. So you're not understanding what I'm moaning about. What I'm moaning about is this is Manchester United Football Club. He's been here for 2 years. We still have no identity. We still have no best 11 because we're not picking our best players. And our life under Ollie is basically counter-attacking football. No matter who you are, I'm going to play 6 defenders and hit long balls to try and hit you on the break. It's not Manchester United. If it wins us the league, great. It's a bit like Mourinho would have won us the league.
If it wins us the league, we'll be gassed. Don't get that.
Yeah, but it's still not. I'd still say in future years, I mean, it was great that we won the league. That's the most important thing, but it wasn't Manchester United. It's like...
we won't win it, but listen, beggars can't be choosers, mate. If we win the league...
It's the same as Mourinho, isn't it? We knew if Mourinho won the league, it was probably going to be boring 1-0 football.
All right, Mark, let me say this then. This is just, the other side, yeah? Is it not Ollie having different horses for different courses? Because against Sheffield United, when they're not playing very well, they're going to give you space and time. He put all the attacking players on. We dominated the game. If he goes on to do the right thing here and Dan James is actually quite influential, we're hitting them on the break, we're doing all right, and we go and get the result, then he changes it for the next game, which is against, who we got next?
Leicester,
right, and then puts Pogba back in and stuff. Is that not Ollie saying, or isn't that a good thing from Ollie to saying, like, he's recognising that you can't just be naive and play the same way in every single game?
We are 10 subscribers away from 926,000, so please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. All I would say is name me a successful club that approaches every game, changes the way they play, and changes 3 or 4 players. He's a tinker man. Like, what you're saying is valuable, but what you're actually identifying is a manager who overanalyzes the opposition and changes the way he plays for every single game, dependent on the opposition. Jurgen Klopp don't do that. Pep Guardiola doesn't do that. Most managers, even Brendan Rodgers doesn't do that. Everybody has an identity, and Manchester United for decades has had an identity, and now we don't have one. Now we don't. We approach games and go, oh, let's play like this, let's play like that. Who's meant to be the bigger club? At home, Ollie seems to have decided he needs to adapt to how Leeds play instead of having Leeds adapt to how United play, says Matthew Paul. Exactly. When do you think Donny will leave? Love the channel, says Al Gott. And under on yet another slow start trying to work a bench warmer into the game, says Greg J. I mean, look, I agree with what some people have said. I can see this game. I mean, I think it's a very hard game to predict because of the way Leeds play, not because of the way we play. We're just going to hit on the break. But I think if it's not going well, he does have resources that nobody else has because he doesn't start the best players. So he can bring Pogba on. He can bring Cavani on. Now, I think he can bring Greenwood on. He could bring... Well, he won't bring Van der Beek on today. I'll be stunned if he brings Van der Beek on today. But, it might be a game where we win it on the bench. But if we win it from the bench, we're winning it from the bench because he got it wrong in the first place. Like, I can't... Dan James, I can't even be asked to talk about Dan James. I don't even understand why he's done it. It'll probably work, but if it does work, I'll just say it's lucky because, like Flex says, he's not even. It's not like he's been playing recently, is it? It's not like
Mark, you can't just say it's lucky if it works though. You got to give Ollie a bit.
Look, because so what? He's kept Dan James out of the team for bloody 6 weeks to play against Leeds.
Then you got to say it's a masterstroke then.
It's idiotic, mate. That's shit.
You've got to give him. If Dan James has an absolute stormer, you've got to say.
Well, why has he not been using him before then? Like, why would you not use a player for 6 weeks?
I'm not saying that he should have used him load. Why hasn't he not? I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, if it works and Dan James has a stormer, you can't say, "Oh, Ollie, you're still shit." Or you have to say, "Well, do you know what, mate? Like, all right, fair play." All right. You used him and it worked.
I will say well done, it worked, but I'll also say you're a prat because you've not used him for 6 weeks and then you've used him now, and actually we could have used him. I don't get that. But the big thing, the big issue for me is, and Leicester nearly made it 3-0. The big thing for me is the Pogba thing is the one that annoys me the most, and I've not been Pogba's biggest fan recently.
He should be starting.
But I can't, for the life of me, I bet Pogba. I haven't even looked on social media. I bet Pogba FC is bloody fuming. They've sort of come round to Ollie. They've liked Ollie the last couple of games because he's picked Pogba and Pogba's played well.
Yeah.
The one game, I mean, look, I'm not Pogba's biggest fan.
Even people who don't like Pogba have been saying it. I've seen on Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, look, I just don't get it. I think Pogba's ready-made for this game. Really, really is. But if we win the league, I'd be gassed to look at it pragmatically, says Man United lists. And Ollie rivals Ranieri in tinkering with our home form. I'm not confident, says KA. We need to play our game, not change our game to the opposition. He's still got that small club mentality, says JB White. Man United identifies still the same scary roller coaster style, says Collie. And I think that's a good point. I think he sort of still does have a small club mentality, sort of like a Cardiff City mentality, where he used to change his team around a lot there, and I think maybe that's who Ollie is. He looks at every game and says, right, how are they going to play Karaki? And looks at it like that. Welcome to the members club, Ivan Ludic. And also we've had a super chat from Shannon Sharp. He says, Ollie can give a shot to creative and young midfielders in Van der Beek, but he chooses to start a Scottish Joey Barton over him. Actually, Joey Barton wasn't that bad a footballer, really. Why is Van der Beek not even on the bench? He is on the bench. Sean Atwood, we've got 9 subs now. Why does Ollie always accommodate for other teams? They should be accommodating for us, says Josh Hart. Ollie does not play to win. He plays to keep his job, says Karen. Leeds are a physical team. If Bruno gets injured because he's our only creative outlet, what will Ole Gunnar Solskjaer do? Who changes players midweek, says Fabian. And everyone criticising Ollie as usual, but it's built on assumptions. Everyone hated him playing with Source, but that has made him come into his own again, says Manchild. And Van der Beek, Greenwood both dropped, not on the bench. They are on the bench. There's 9 subs, Karan. Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Chelsea, PSG, Leipzig, all games cost by poor selection. Can't go to the next level. Look, everybody's happy with the team. Well done. Everybody who thinks this is moaning, well done. Actually, what it is a fan opinion channel where people are having opinions. So if you don't like it, go and watch Sky Sports. That's perfect for you because you'll get totally calm, scripted, positive talk on there, whereas on here you'll get real different opinions. And the big one for me is not Dan James, as I said. The big one for me is Paul Pogba. Darmon says Marky needs out. If Donny and Van der Beek leave, we won't get rid of that level of player in return. And Varron says Greenwood wouldn't track back. Pogba and Matic aren't press resistant. Donny Van der Beek isn't physical and energetic enough. This starting 11 is apt for this game. Leeds will tire out by second half. So basically what Varron is saying there is don't pick any flair players because we're going to have to work hard and defend against Leeds United, which is exactly, Varron, why everyone's pissed off, because we're Manchester United at home and you're basically saying these players we've picked are perfect because we've got to defend. Great, we're Man United defending against Leeds, hitting them on the break, which is why some people are pissed off because you look at the bench. You know what it is, Mark? It's Poundland Liverpool versus Spurs, says Danielle. So, look, what's your confidence levels in this game today anyway, Flex?
I mean, it doesn't make me think we're going to lose, but I've always maintained this was just a really difficult game. I know a lot of people thinking that we'll just be fine. I see a really uncomfortable game this evening. I really do. I don't like us against the press, intense, at us, in our face, relentless, don't stop. I know we've got the players to exploit them. I know that, and I don't want to give Leeds too much respect, almost like what Ollie's just done. So I don't really want to do it as a fan, but I'm not deluded. Like it will be a tough game. We've seen what our team's like if we don't, receive the press well. However, that being said, if Ollie sets them out in the right way and we get the right players on the ball, i.e. your Brunos, and get Rashford running, get Martial running, now Dan James running, we've got to match their intensity at times, especially in the early exchanges, because they will stick it on us. They're not just going to sit back. You'll have the two fullbacks absolutely bombing on. You'll have them in your face. So I just think it'll be a difficult game. I'm not going to change my prediction either, Mark. I think we'll win 2-1. I think it will be tight, cagey, and an uncomfortable evening. But our home form still isn't great. We still got to remember that. So, but look, Tottenham losing 2-0, clearly
got
probably
a chance to go third tonight.
That's what I'm saying. So we've got to
second.
start doing it, man. We've got to start we'll not start. We have been on a good run in the league, so we've got to make that continue if we're serious. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I still think it's going to be uncomfortable though.
This is what Tony Pulis used to do when he took over a club, took out technical players and relied rigid, hard-working mediocrity, says Joanne. I agree with that, and I think, this maybe it's time, the hope is gone really in relation to us becoming a good footballing side, because he's been here 2 years and he's still picking a back six, one creative player, and we're basically Beyonce FC, aren't we? Running.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're just gonna. It's just long ball, counter-attacking football, and stopping them scoring. I backed Ollie for the longest time, but there is always a big issue with his team selection tactics every game. Regardless, let's get the win, says Kyle Jackson. This is what, we've done that one. And we picked our best formation on paper against Spurs and we got trashed 6-1. We have got to be more pragmatic. Varron, I don't know who you are, but we lost to Spurs because Harry Maguire's a prat and Anthony Martial got sent off. We didn't get beat 6-1 with 11 players on the pitch. We got beat 6-1 because we had somebody sent off after 25 minutes and we bottled it. And Harry Maguire was total shit. And half our team wasn't fit. So, Mark, I agree with you. Small-minded coaching, says Dilton Reed. And this is what, I've done that one. This is Ollie respecting Bielsa. Simple as that. Even Klopp played Minamino last game. It's happening this season because of the tight schedule. It'll be a good game to watch for sure, says Dipak. Interesting. Defensively, he's brought Luke Shaw in for Tellez. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know why I'm asking you. But if Ollie's got a choice between defence and attack, we know what he does. He's done it in the midfield. He's done it at left back.
Yeah, but you know what though? I'm going to say on this. I don't know if you agree though. I just think I would have done that anyway. Forget the attacking thing. I just think even just defensively, of just being able to do your job, I would still go with Luke Shaw in this game all day. Me.
No, I would have done as well, but it he has gone for defence over attack. It's look, I disagree about the respect for Bielsa. I saw Leeds play against Chelsea. I saw them play against Arsenal. I think Chelsea did beat them. I think Arsenal should have beat them. Even when they went down to 10 men, I thought Arsenal should beat them. Leeds had a lot of the ball, but they weren't. They're
not amazing. Exactly. No. I think the key is once you ride Leeds' fast start and make sure they don't get early goals. and then you start feeding your way into the game. They concede so many chances.
Yeah.
And their keeper's young and that, but he's not great. He might be good, and he makes some good stops. But I've seen him make quite a lot of mistakes as well. And they do go forward in abundance so much that they leave so much space in behind for when they lose it. So if anything,
could really work. You know what? I mean, look, it's the Pogba one that bothers me. And Nick Cavota says maybe Ollie picked Dan James because Greenwood hasn't been in form. This might be Ollie putting Dan James in the shop window for January, says Nick P. And they just played on Thursday. Kind of makes sense to rest Pogba, but Bruno and Rashi are starting. Well, there you go. You've ruined that there. And welcome to the members club, Davina B8K. But look, Dan James, for me, we know he's fast. So, if he gets a sprint at that Leeds defence, he's going to win the sprint.
He can cause problems. This is what I mean. This is why I'm saying.
But it's the football intelligence of Dan James, isn't it? If Bruno can get him in 3 or 4 times one-on-one, I'd fancy him to score because it's simple, isn't it? You haven't got to think about it. Dan James's problem is against the low block where, you're trying to be creative. He's absolutely useless. So maybe this is the one game of the season where Ollie's gone, you know what?
Well, but then see how this conversation has naturally kind of slid towards horses for courses, what I was saying earlier. Like, the only grievance we have is that, like you said, Dan James hasn't even been in the picture of late. But you have to look at this. And look, I know people won't want to do it because they'll say, people go, Flex, you're just being deluded because look, Ollie's crap. He's picked Dan James, he's crap. But what I'm saying is, just look at Dan James's attributes. And if you were going to choose a game that you had to play Dan James in, not that Ollie had to, I'm just saying, you'd choose a game that was set up like this against a side who set up like Leeds do. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've got to, like the same thing with the Pogba thing, when Pogba annoyed us and if he crosses the white line, you support your player. I don't want Dan James to go on there and have an absolute stinker. And so we can all say, see, that's why he shouldn't be here and that's why Ollie got it wrong. I knew it. This is why Liverpool are going to win the league. And because I want to be saying, listen, fair play. Ollie made a big call and it worked out. And Dan James actually gave them problems, which is what he can do. And these games last year, and I know we've moved on as a squad, but the games we played well in last year were games kind of like where Dan James was on the counter and giving something early on. He can do it.
There's very few teams in the Premier League, to be fair, that are going to play high and open. Effectively, there's probably no other game in the Premier League that you can play Dan James and think, you know what, he might quite work in this game because nobody else is going to play Man United so open. This is why we're excited about this game.
There you go. So that's what I'm talking about, horses for courses. If it doesn't work and it's a disaster, and every time Dan James touches the ball, he flipping puts it out for a corner or a throw or a goal kick, and he's just not in the game, then we're all entitled as fans to say, nah, man, that is absolutely bullshit. Nah, man, that just did not work. Like, what was he playing at? That's why you don't bring a player like that out the cold. But as it stands, we've got to get behind it and be like, well, you know what? I can see the tactical thinking, although we might not agree with it because we want to play on the front foot or whatever. I don't think it'll be at the complete detriment of the side. If we use it right and use his pace right, it should be a very valuable tool in this game.
If we win, we go joint third with... we go joint... Oh, no, Leicester have won now. So we go joint third with Everton, and then obviously next week, Boxing Day, we play Leicester, so it could be second against third. So exciting look at the fixtures there. Nathan Emerson says, I think Ollie picked Dan James because he thinks he will have a lot of room to run because of the way they play. Twan Sebi is the centre-back we need. Leif says maybe this is Ollie's way to advertise James to Leeds for the January loan deal. I don't mind Dan James, but what does Ollie have against Van der Beek? Hasn't even named a full bench and he doesn't make the squad. He is on the bench, LVL, and I don't know where people are seeing 5 subs, but we've got 7. 9 actually. Mark, you have to give much credit to Flex. He is calm and smart. Assistant manager next glad he isn't an Arsenal supporter. Then AFTV would be big, says Chelsea Hulsland. South Love Sports. Some of you are funny. The same people who Flex has been too negative are now saying he's deluded and too positive. Oh my lord, says Southpaw Love Sports. Do you think McTominay and Fred is a way to cover for the chaos Maguire and Lindelof create together, says Robert. And Spurs are losing 2-0 to Leicester. They've lost 2-0 to Leicester. Actually, Joel Morris. And I've only just realised Donny is 8th choice midfielder now. Why did we spend 40 million on him when it's now so obvious that he doesn't want him, says Sean Negative Turner. Well, Robert brings us back to a point that we haven't discussed, which is a point that we've probably discussed to death on this channel. McTominay and Fred play because of Maguire and Lindelof. And Wan-Bissaka will still tuck in, and Luke Shaw will still tuck in, and will bubble wrap those two centre backs. So it's still very, very, very relevant to bring that point in. That I would love to see what would happen if we did buy a centre back, whether we would still play McTominay and Fred, because I think he's settled on those two now. I think they're his big game players. I think that's the way he wants to play. I've got Speedy Gonzalez, Rashford, and I've got Martial, and I've got Bruno who can unlock a safe. All I need to do is keep a clean sheet and keep whacking long balls over the top, and one of them will find it one-on-one, and then I'll score. It's not pretty on the eye. It's not progressive. It's not. This is why when Martial misses that chance against PSG, we shit ourselves with half an hour to go, because we know we won't get another chance like that, because we don't create many chances. We're a sponge. We soak up all the pressure and then we try and squeeze it in their face and get the results. So I think a lot of it is down to Maguire and Lindelof, and I think today he's probably terrified of Bamford, so he wants McTominay and Fred to stay as close as possible.
And Bamford's not even mad quick. Is Rafinha starting?
I haven't looked at the Leeds team. I'll have a look. I think just get Leeds the team.
Yeah, I think it'll be more like Ayling bombing down one side. I'll have a look at their thing as well.
So yeah, they've got Alioski and Ayling as the fullbacks, haven't they? I think.
There you go, and they absolutely bomb on. Like, let's just, let's just have it right.
Harrison on the left, Bamford up
and he's
front.
very good as well.
Rafinha is number 18 on the right, and then you've got Click and Rodrigo behind, and Harrison off the left. I mean, Rodrigo gets in the team now, and he's not. He used to be on the bench, didn't
he? That front, yeah, exactly.
BBC have actually. Yeah, I can see why people haven't got Van der Beek on the bench, because they've not named him on the BBC, but on the websites on United they have got him. So I don't know what's going on there. The bench is Bay, Pogba, Cavani, Mata, Henderson, Tellez, and Matic, but on the Manchester United website, they've actually got Van der Beek and somebody else on the bench as well, Greenwood. So. I don't know what's going on. I'd
go off the actual Man United where you'd like to go off.
Yeah, they've definitely got Van der Beek and Greenwood, and they've not changed it. So
he's a good bench if you look at it like that.
Well, he can't get them all on, can he? That's the problem. He can only get 3 on. So
selection.
I mean, Ollie's basically saying that the rotation has to happen because of all the games we've played and the preparation time we've got in between. I mean, look, he's not totally wrong about that.
We did say that. We have to look. The last thing, remember, literally, Mark, before the Sheffield United game, what did I say? I said during this Christmas period, to be fair, we can't really get in our feelings too much about, unless they're like clearly wild, changes. I don't think we can get in our feelings in this. We've got 6 games in 16 days.
But the big but there, the big Kim Kardashian but, is that he's got to pick. He's got to win. You can make changes, but you've got to win. And that is all well and good. If we win 1-0 today and we play crap, then all the moaning has to sit down. And I'll say it in my match reaction, I'll say, look, I don't like the way we're playing. I don't like this. I don't like that. But he's won the game,
it's a hectic period.
And we're third in the league.
Exactly, it's a tough time. Spurs just lost 2 on the bounce. Do you know what I mean? I know they played Liverpool and Leicester, who were 2 very good oppositions. And, we've played Sheffield United and Leeds, so you should expect 6 points. But...
We would be second place on New Year's Day.
All you need to do now, I'm not really concerned. Now I've left the whole Ollie in, Ollie out, all of that crap, and just how I feel about that. I'm moving on, and I'm just getting behind this movement of going, you know what? It's a weird season. There's no fans. I've just been put back in tier 4. Whilst my team is still in and amongst it, that's all I can ask for. In this weird season where actually it's wide open. So... yes, the Champions League was a disappointment. I'm just trying to let people know where I'm at with it. Yes, it was a disappointment, but I've parked it because the league form is good and we're in and amongst it. And whilst we're in and amongst it, I just think we just got to move with it. And if he picks up results with bad performances, then it might have to be that. It just might have to be that.
I've just looked at the TV, and I'm sure many have. I've just seen McTominay and Fred. They've just been advertising Duracell, and it was the Duracell bunny. I've expected them. But no, look, in defence of the moaners, because I have it a moan. For me, I'm greedy. Followed Man United for decades. And Man United have a certain way of playing, and for me, I've seen Van Gaal and Mourinho get loads of stick over the years. And Gary Neville was right last week about the Man City game. This is not Man United the way we're playing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is about self-preservation, and it's about getting results. We're not going to win the league playing like this today. For as long as he can hang in there, let's keep it going. But I still don't, it's all right him saying, well, I'm changing players because of tiredness. You're also changing the system again. You know, you could have played Van der Beek today instead of Pogba. If you want to rest, this is basically where I'm moaning at. Him saying, oh, I've got to rest players because there's so many games. Fine, you're right, I can't argue with that. Why didn't you play Van der Beek next to Fred then? Because Pogba can't play because he needs a rest, but Pogba's a massive creative force from the midfield too. McTominay and Fred have got no creativity, so why didn't you play Van der Beek there, who didn't play midweek? Why didn't you play him in that position to give us the creativity? No, you're not just resting players, you're changing your tactics. That's what you're doing. And that's where I'll jump in and moan about, because I'm fed up of this bloody cowardly way of playing, of soaking up pressure and hitting teams on the break. I think he's so much more than that. And I think Solskjaer has shown more than that. His first 3 months, the 3 months that got us to third in the league, we didn't play the way we're playing now. We had one holding midfielder, we had a creative midfielder, and then we had a box-to-box midfielder. At the moment, we've got 2 defensive midfielders and 1 creative midfielder, and the balance has gone to defence over attack. And I don't like that. Ricky will love it. Ricky will absolutely love it.
Ricky will be over the moon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll just let you chat to them, Flex, because I just need a quick one before I go to before the match starts. So,
don't mute me.
Sean Negative Turner says Ollie's trying to do a Fergie by picking McFred in big games like Fergie had Park and Fletcher, not the big names, but will work hard. And Sir Alex did used to do that in isolated games against Arsenal. Ollie seems to do it against the top 10 everyone. At the moment.
Make sure you don't mute me as well. Look, back to what Ricky, guys. Ricky will be absolutely over the moon that Dan James is starting. And make no mistake, in the fan cam afterwards, if Dan James plays well and does what we think he's in the team to do, Ricky will be saying, I told you so. But away from that, I see a lot of people big up everyone in the free seats. And it's not a question of like, oh, how can you get behind this? Like, Ollie's messed up. We just got to try and like look at it from this point of view. What are Dan James's attributes versus how Leeds play? What is it? And for me, his attributes are running, and energy. Do you know what I mean? And hurting people on the break. So as long as we play it in that way, he can actually have a good game today. But you have to understand, and I agree with that, because I brought it up earlier, the point that he hasn't even played in ages. So it's a big call from Ollie. It's a big call from Ollie. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then he deserves all the criticism that's going to come his way. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just think it's going to be a tough game. I see a lot of people on social media, Twitter in particular, predicting that it's going to be an easy game. It's going to be a nice, comfortable win. And I hope it is, but I can't see it being that. I really can't. Not from the off. I think we've got to earn the right to play against these. Fred and McTominay are vital because the way that they move and the energy that they have is going to be essential in there. We can't get overrun, and we can't lose our battles. You can't allow a team like Leeds, to get the first goal and to kind of keep you penned in. You just can't do it, and that's why we have to earn the right to play and match them intensity-wise in the first 5-10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Is Mark even there?
I am still here. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so I just think it's going to be a difficult game, but we've got to earn the right to play, man. Like it's not just enough to just we've got Bruno, Rashford, Martial, etc. We've got better players in them. This is a very good unit. Do you know what I'm saying, that we're playing against today? And it's a big rivalry. Sorry, like, do you know what I mean? I know these players are all new and have never played against each other as Leeds United, but this is a big game. This is a big game, and Ollie will be telling them that this is a big game, and so will Bielsa. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Leeds are going to be massively up for this. I can't.
You're not going to be scared. You're not going to be scared.
Just seen Ricky dancing naked around an effigy of Dan James. Says James William. Hat-trick incoming. I will love it. That will be his best Christmas present. There's nothing his wife can give him on Christmas Day that will better a hat-trick for Dan James. He'd absolutely love it, wouldn't he?
He would. I was literally just saying as you went for a wee there, that if Dan James plays well, be prepared. Ricky will be telling you, I told you so. Do you know what I mean?
But
especially
if
our shape's
I
good.
really hope Dan James works, and I'm sure you're the same, and I'm sure everybody else is the same, because the reality is it won't work again. It will only work against this team, because this team is the only team, and this is why we've built this up all week, and this is why we're excited about this game. It will only work against Leeds because Leeds play one man for man and leave space at the back. No other. This is why people love Bielsa ball, because no other team will play this way. So Dan James could work today, but it doesn't mean he can start against Leicester, because Leicester don't play with a high line man-to-man. So it's very
what I mean, horses for courses.
Yeah. But I just had a word with myself in the toilet. I just looked in the mirror and was like, you know what? Don't let the fact that he's playing McFred and a back six ruin the fact that you've been looking forward to this game for weeks. And I have been looking forward to it for weeks. It's, you know, I think we're going to win this because I think Leeds do play too open. So I think we'll win because of that. But, and yeah, I think the way, you know, Ollie set his team up is a bit negative. But look, Anthony Martial's doing kick-ups, Rashford, Bruno. We've not spoken about any of those players and their star quality. So I just hope we can get the result. I'm still going to go 3-0. It's such a stupid scoreline to go in the context of who we're playing. You know, 4-3 is better, but I'm going to go 3-0. What was yours?
2-1. 2-1, man. I still think it's tight. Yeah, I just got a feeling. I got a feeling that it's going to be really uncomfortable. It's going to be tight. I still think we'll concede. I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet. Didn't even do that against bloody Sheffield United.
I just really want to win, Flex, because it's like...
I know.
What worries me about this game is, tell me the difference between this and the Man City game. And we have gone a bit defensive. We have gone, let's not concede. And I want to win. A draw to me is not a good result. I want to win this game, because if we win the game, we're joint third, and then we play Leicester next week. And if we win that, we're still, if we win our game in hand, 2 points off Liverpool. Look, it's unlikely. I don't think we can win the league. I really don't. But, you know, I want us to keep winning. And I think we're good enough to do that. And that's where my frustration comes from, because I think we're good enough to... I think we've got good enough players to win this game. Dan James, Ollie sarcasm has reached new heights, says Kako. What do you think about Rashford as our number 7 in the future, says Andy So What GG. And if Ollie still plays like this next season, is that progress? He's got to show progress in style of play and take team to opposition, says Salah Ahmed. Proactive rather than reactive. Well, I don't think he will next year, because 2 years in now. Would you give Rashford the number 7 anyway? That was asked for you, Flex, to be fair.
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't give him that. I'd want to bring in another Maverick to add to Rashford. I wouldn't want to give him the number 7.
That is interesting. I mean, I think, you know, when you look at Ronaldo and you look at Cantona and Brian Robson, I mean, Rashford's, you know, he's a flair player. He's a Manchester lad. You know, I think it's I don't think it's impossible that he could be our number 7. But yeah, there's something about it that for me I wouldn't go.
Yeah, it just feels weird. Yeah, Rooney was fine. He had the number 10. He was a maverick. He's a leading goal scorer in the club's history. Like, do you know what I mean? I want Rashford to live up to that, not just someone who comes and has an amazing period at Man United and then maybe moves on to something else, like Cantona, like Beckham, like what's his name, Ronaldo. I can actually see Marcus Rashford being a one club man, and I know Rooney wasn't a one club man, but the length of time he stayed there and what he did, and you know how he's in the fabrics of the football club. You look at Marcus Rashford's interview a few days ago saying, I can't see myself playing for anyone else. And then you see, obviously, I haven't watched it all, but little snippets of his documentary that's come out with his home life and stuff like that. It's just been such an influential part of his life, Man United. And I just love to, I don't want to see him in the quick cameo show. I want to see him in, you know what I mean, that number there where he can just stay forever.
Yeah, definitely. Well, very excited about this game. Dan James going to run straight Tricky. Also, wait to Ricky. Also, why wouldn't they start Van der Beek, who comes from the academy, which coaches pressing Ollie's small club mentality, says Johan. Roy and Hasselbank not questioning Ollie's team selection again. Shock. Mainstream media, mate. James Pender. Mainstream media. I'm sorry, you're not a United fan if you're not questioning his team. You can still be massively Ollie in, but anybody's going to look at that team and say that's a shock. It can be a positive shock, but it's still a shock. I mean, Ricky will be shocked. Like, he wouldn't have expected that team. So, you know, there should be some reaction to that, but obviously. Ollie's plan of depending on Bruno to release our speed demons is going to fail, as Bielsa is smart enough to man-mark and stifle Bruno. Baloo, I'm getting more excited the more people are telling me this, because I think we're going to win this game. And I had a theory, Flex, very, very quickly. I think the reason he doesn't pick Van der Beek and Pogba, and I alluded to it before, is because he doesn't know how to... Well, I think the reason he picks Pogba and not Van der Beek, is because Pogba, like Bruno, is an individual talent. You send him out there, you don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to do the little spin, the flick, whatever? He's an individual talent. Van der Beek is a product of Ajax, which is a well-drilled, organised system. Have we got a well-drilled, organised footballing system? We're a counter-attacking team. I think Ollie probably doesn't know what to tell Van der Beek to do, and Van der Beek probably goes, well, what do you want me to do at this phase of play? What do you want me to do here? Do you want me to pass it? Do you want me to move? And Ollie's like, don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Exactly. I think that's the problem. I think Van der Beek is probably too intelligent a footballer who is so used to a system. He's a system player, an attacking system player, a pressing system player. And if you look at us, we're not that sort of a team. We are a organised defensive side that relies on quick breaks and individual talent. And we're not. Some people think we win games because we're an individual talent. We are organised. There are tactics, but the tactics are organised, deep lying, soak up, and then hit on the break.
Yeah, that is what we are. And you're right with the Van der Beek situation about he's not. Well, most players who come in aren't coming into a well-oiled machine. Do you know what I mean? They're just not. They're not coming into a well-oiled machine. They're coming into.
Can't wait for this though, Leeds. I mean, look, it's very rare. You know, I know these Leeds players are absolutely raring to go, and
they're going to be on it.
We can't replicate that. We can't replicate that because even Scott McTominay, even Marcus Rashford, they're so young. They don't know what a Leeds game is. They'll know a rivalry exists, but they won't know it. But for Leeds,
yeah, but the Leeds players are just as young. They don't know it either. But they just
they can live off that. They're not Manchester United. They've just been promoted, and we're their biggest rival. They're not our biggest rival, are they? They're not. You know, they're a rival, but they're not our biggest rival. So that could be an advantage as well. Leeds players are coming out. At least Ollie has solved the problem of level quality of the bench, bringing down the quality of the first team. Yeah, like you said, Flex, the bench actually looks really good.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I think it's really. I've got to keep touching on it because it won't go away of how important this is. You're so right. For whether it's because them Leeds players know about it or the game or not, I think it's more just because of how they play under Bielsa. Then you add that ingredient in. Them Leeds players are going to be on it. Yeah, Jack Harrison as well is a good player. Good player, mate. He's not shit. Like, it's not luck that they've got good players and they play good patterns of football. They know what they're doing, and when they're confident and they're knocking it about, they can knock it about, mate. Balling, you got fullbacks flying across.
I didn't know Marcus Rashford did that religious stuff when he walked on. I've never noticed that before.
Oh, I'm a little bit behind on my thing. I haven't seen that yet.
Well, Martial does it, Fred does it, and Rashford does it.
Yeah, and Rashford doesn't normally do it. Well, it's never been shown that he's done it.
No, I think it's good that he does. I just never noticed it with Rashford before.
I hate that now because that shows I'm a good, 40 seconds behind.
No, you're only about 5. Anyway, mate, we'll get you on at half time. It won't matter then, will it?
Yeah, exactly. All right, mate. Nice one.
Speak to you in a bit.
Cool.
You can follow Flex on Twitter at FlexUTD. And of course, he will be on the fan forum with KG after the game as well. So make sure you tune for that. We're on for a long time. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. We were very close to 926,000. I think we're about 10 away. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. That would be great. Also, just before the game kicks off, very excited about this one, of course, but Emojam, it's the new style of GIF. It's an audio GIF, and basically what happens is you can get these United Stand GIFs, and when you're on WhatsApp and things like that, you can be having a chat like people are there, and what you can do is, through Emojam, you download it through the website, link in the video description, it's free.
What a prat! What a prat!
And you can get six of these. You can get 6 of these for free if you are a member of the United Stand Members Club. So click the join button. If you are already a member, you can get 6 of these. How you do it is you use the website and the link in the video description, Emojam, download it, log into it using your YouTube credentials, and you will get access to 6 of those that you can download, and you can send them on WhatsApp or any social messaging service to your friends. So if we concede a goal today, you could send Goldbridge saying, Ollie, and then send that, and they'll open it up and it'll go, what a prat, and they might be on a train, they might be somewhere, it might be in a library, it'd be quite funny. Also, if you're not a member, we're giving one of them away free as well, so everybody gets something from this. Link in the video description, download Emojam, log in with your YouTube credentials. If you're a member of the United Stand Members Club, you can get 6. If you're not a member, you can get 1. And if you want to get all 6, just become a member like Jordan White has there. Thank you, Jordan. I'm actually annoyed we're wearing white shorts, black shorts for a derby, says Joshua Barwater. Well, I'm very, very excited about this game. I've been really looking forward to this one for weeks. I'm sure some of you are the same. Some of you maybe not be. But I've been looking forward to this for weeks because I know Leeds are up for it. I know they're going to go for it. And I know the way they play football. And it's very rare very rare that you get a game where you know it's going to be wide open because of the way Leeds play. So very excited about it. I expect to see tackles. We might see a red card, but I expect to see a good game, and I think we're going to win. And if we do win, we go joint third with Everton, and then we've got Leicester on Boxing Day. We want to keep that momentum going. We want to keep the positivity going. Look, I totally agree. I'm not happy with the team that Solskjaer's picked, but when the whistle blows, you've got to get behind your club. You've got to get behind your players, and I want United to win this game. And look, if Ollie thinks we can win titles being a counter-attacking side, I personally don't, but I do want us to win. Let's see how it goes. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner to do that, and I'll see how many we've got in a minute. But the game is up and running. The timer is up and running over there, and let's get it on. Manchester United against Leeds, and it's Leeds obviously starting off with the ball. Dan James actually playing off the right here, so I need to just change the player positions a moment. Very, very early on, you can see that Dan James will be playing in the right and Rashford will be playing off the left. But I think we're going to win this game. You know why I think we're going to win this game, despite I'm not overly happy with some of the team selections? Individual quality. Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes. Rashford should have had a shot there. Anthony Martial. Those sort of players, I think, will win us this game today. And Marcus Rashford could have had a shot there. Could have got a shot off there. Where's Marcus Rashford? You're on the left, mate. There you go. There's your team. Good start. Good quick start, Peter Affleck. And it will be a quick start, definitely. Here's Bruno. It's wide open already. Lays it off to McTominay. Goal, McTominay! Well, he sat me down. He sat me down. I tell you what, Alexa, play James, sit down. Scott McTominay has sat me down firm. What a hit. Bruno with the assist. Rifles it into the bottom corner. That's what you love to see. Absolutely silenced. I'm not silenced. I'm very, very happy. What a hit. Bruno Fernandes running at the Leeds back. There's so much space. They're so wide open. And what a hit by McTominay. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Bruno just lays it off. You're running onto it. And if you've ever ran onto a ball and hit it, you want to catch it like this. Bang. Bottom corner. Driven in. 1-0 to Manchester United. And what a hit by Scott McTominay. And what a start by Manchester United. There could have been a shot for Rashford just before that. Dream start by Manchester United. And what a hit by Scott McTominay. Fair play, lad. Ollie's got it right. Pogba would never do that. No, we shouldn't be saying that. But what a start by Manchester United. Scott McTominay. 1-0. Fast start. Leeds 1-0 down. Manchester United have really got at Leeds here. Bielsa will spend most of his time sat on his potty on the sideline. United have really, really driven high up the pitch here. Maybe they've caught them out. Maybe they've caught Leeds out a little bit here. Or maybe it's just short hair McTominay is a scary person, says Ewan Black. And Mark, can you swap Mason and DJ in your lineup, please? I don't like him, but as a Welshman, I enjoy seeing the dragon flag in the lineup. What are you on about? It's 2-0! Oh, I've missed it. It's 2-0. McTominay's on a hat-trick. I can't believe it. That's your fault talking about bloody Dan James. I haven't even seen that go in. Luke Shaw. Into Martial. Into Scott McTominay. Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. McTominay makes it 2-0. It's an assist for Anthony Martial. Oh, unbelievable. What a start by Manchester United. Well, absolutely unbelievable. Scott McTominay driving from deep. Is this the day that Scott McTominay comes alive? Leeds 2-0 down in 3 minutes. They'll be gutted. They'll be absolutely gutted across the Pennines. They won't believe it. The Bielsa train is down, but I tell you what, they won't stop. They'll keep going. Cross comes in. Ooh! Leeds on the back post. I told you it was going to be a classic. I told you it would be a good game. I didn't ever in my life predict that Scott McTominay would be on a hat-trick after 5 minutes. What a start. Luke Shaw was a bit lucky there. It could have been 2-0. Goal kick. What have I got Mason Greenwood on the team for? Exactly. Stan James. Sorry about that. I've figured out now. Go on, Scott, says PJ Pennington. At least Spurs lost, says Zayn Miasi. You have Greenwood on the wing, says Wadu. I've just figured it out, and that cost me seeing the second goal live. Right foot, left foot. All he needs is a header for the perfect Hattie, says the mystery man. Why can't we start like this every game, says Lee Taylor. Sit down, haters. United's attack is like a guy wearing a three-piece suit on top, and with our defence, it's like being naked waist down. When we win a match, it's like taking a passport-sized picture, says Irene Alexander. And sell McTominay right now. His value will never be higher, says Alison Pays. What a start. He'll be buzzing. He'll be absolutely buzzing. I tell you what, look, you know what? We're only fans. We're only fans. And we might be right a lot of the time about, you know, the way we play quite defensively against Man City. But the pressing from the team has been really impressive in this first half. It's worked. But look how open Leeds are. This is the thing about... This is why... What did I say? I said 3-0. I think I'm going to be wrong. I think we're going to score more than 3. But Leeds are an accident waiting to happen. They're so open. They're so open. They're like a hooker on holiday. They're wide open. And this is why I've been looking forward to this game for so long. Because you know it's going to be a good game. You know Leeds are going to go at you. And you can win and score lots of goals. So very, very excited. Very excited to be 2-0 up after 6 minutes. But I don't think it's going to stop. We could see a crazy game because Leeds hate United. They're up for this. They want to win. And anything could happen. But I'm really pleased for Scott McTominay. I've been very critical of him. I'm sure many of you have as well. I've been really critical of Ollie with his team selection. But all you want to be is wrong. I've said this for years. Like, when under Sir Alex Ferguson, we didn't really question things. You know, he'd drop Beckham, he'd drop Giggs, you'd go, oh, I don't agree with that, but it's the world's greatest manager. He knows better than me. For too many years at Man United, we've known better than the managers. Why is he picking this player? This player ain't good enough. Why is he picking these tactics? And more often than not, we've been proved right. And as fans, we shouldn't really be proved right. And this is why I love this. I love it when I get it so wrong. And I'm sure you're the same as well, because we've started on fire against the team that I thought would be on fire against us. There's quality there. They're 2 really good goals from Scott McTominay. Good build-up play. Everybody looks focused. Everybody looks pumped up. And, I'm sure there are certain fans out there that are absolutely gutted that it's going wrong, but Bamford should have scored there. That's a wake-up call for United's defence. I've told you about Bamford, and he's straight through the middle of our defence. Well, McTominay should have made the tackle there, but look at Bamford between Lindelof and Maguire. Just straight through the middle of our centre-backs. Oh, that is terrifying. Really terrifying from Maguire and Lindelof. There's goals in this game. Absolutely goals in this game. McSauce did not expect this, but I'll take it. More goals, please. Need to work on our goal difference if we're to make a title run, says Octavia. And what madman captain Scott McSauce this week? Can't believe it, says Ubermelon. And maybe this is something that can kickstart McTominay to an excellent run of form. He's going to have so much confidence after this. Irene says United's attack is like a guy wearing a three-piece suit. I've read that one, haven't I? Hey, I don't think this game's over by any means, by the way. We're 2-0 up, and we should... The next goal's key. If we get 3-0, they're going to have to sit back, or they're going to get embarrassed. 2-0 is a very dangerous game, scoring in football, because if they get the next one, they'll fancy it. So it's not over. It's a fantastic start, but that chance for Bamford really shows that they will create chances. So the next goal is massive. Here's McTominay running through. Martial, that should have gone to Martial quicker there. Here's Rashford. Pass 1. This should be 3. Oh, block. Oh, I tell you what. Every time we attack, we look dangerous. Assist for Martial, assist for Bruno. 2 goals for Scott McTominay. And what a fantastic... I mean, this is football. This is what you want to see. It's an exciting game. It's an open game. You probably won't see many games like this season for Manchester United because this is the way Leeds play, and it forces the opposition to play open football as well. You can't sit back against Leeds, and thankfully we haven't done that. We've got a corner here. Come on, Harry. It's one of those days today. I think we could have a hat-trick for McTominay, a 10 out of 10 performance from Maguire. Dan James gets a couple as well. I think it's going to be one of those days, hopefully. Mark, McTominay just ended the Gerrard versus Lampard versus Scholes debate, says Nazir Haroon. Look, I think with Scott McTominay, I've always wondered what he's good at. I don't really think he's good at many things. I just think he's a bench player. But them goals are fantastic, both of them. The way he took his second goal was, in a way, better than the first goal because it was calm and composed. But the way he hit his first goal was fantastic. If this is what he does in training and this is why everyone keeps going on about him, then we need to see more of that for the rest of his career at Manchester United. Because I haven't seen, over the last 2.5 years, other than blind faith, nothing in McTominay that makes me think he's that good. But those 2 goals make me think there might be something there. What jeans are you wearing, Goldbridge? Charlie Bennett, Barnett, probably Marks and Spencer's if they're my day jeans, which they are. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're trying to get up to 926,000, so bottom right-hand corner to do that. Please subscribe if you're new. And I think United are looking good for a 3rd goal here. We're actually playing well, which is a rare thing for United. We're actually playing really good football. I was worried about the way we were lining up with that back 6 because of what we did against Man City, crab football side to side. But it's just you can't take your eyes off this game. It feels like we've had 90 minutes and we've only had 11. It's going to be if it stays like this, we're in for a Christmas cracker, a real Christmas cracker. Claire Rodriguez says McTominay's got a good shot on him. He just doesn't do it enough. Well, Matic used to have a good shot on him. We never see that. We never see that either. Mark, you described the 2 goals. I missed the first 5 minutes. Let's go. Says Sharath Kamath Fitness. And hi, Mark. Love the show as always. Love the fast, positive start. If we move forward rather than sideways, we've got game on our hands. Come on, United, says Rezwan. So for Sharath or anyone else who missed the first 2 goals, first goal, Rashford sort of had a bit of a chance to get a shot off in the box. It broke down. Bruno had it about 5 metres out from the edge of the box, laid it across to McTominay, just ran onto it and blasted it in the bottom corner. Brilliant drive. And then the second one, throw in, it came to Martial. He played a through ball to McTominay, who ran into the box and just slid it home. So, real sort of Paul Scholes midfield goals, really. The ability to shoot low from the edge of the box and then, make an intelligent run beyond the strikers and pass it in. So, yeah, we've not seen enough of that from McTominay. Mark, did you read about Lindelof complaining how much he's playing with? Why does Ollie persist with a player who is in so much pain, says Balu Singh? I didn't read about that, no, but it is surprising that he never changes his back two. I have a theory with Dan James' playing so we can show Leeds what he can do to get the best price when we sell him, says M&K Group. And don't know if it's only temporary, but Rashford and James have switched sides. They have done, yeah. We've not seen anything of Dan James yet, but we're only 12 minutes in. I'm going to have a drink in the second half. If tell you what, if we get the third goal, I'm going to get on the pop. Fred now. Nice little 1-2. Martial's playing such an intelligent role in the number 9 role. The give and goes. Oh, what a ball that nearly was to Rashford by Martial. Super interception. Martial's pulling the strings. James have switched to the left, says Algot. And at 24, I don't think McTominay will get that much better, but I do think he can be a good squad player, says Kyle. I've always said that I think he's a bench player. I've never said let's sell him. Mark, can you please call Ricky? I'm a little worried. Heard a loud yes here in India, says Danielle. Well, he's not a McTominay fan. He's a Dan James fan. Wan-Bissaka, good tackle. Some good tackles gone in from Leeds. I'm interested to see how this game is going to open up. Martial is doing nothing. What is this chat on, says Skeng? Mate, you don't understand football. Martial is absolutely intrinsic to the start to the game. He's getting the ball. He's holding it off. He's playing the little 1-2s. A number 9 isn't always about goals. Ollie surprised Bielsa with McTominay's forward runs, says Sean Finity. And Scott is good enough to be our CDM on his day. Consistency is the issue. His mentality is top class and he knows what it means to play for United. Hope he can establish himself as a starter, says Nick M. You know what, Nick? I actually disagree with you on here. I disagree with you on this. McTominay is a box-to-box player. He said it himself last season. He's not a CDM. He's just scored 2 goals. The goal that Leeds should have scored came from him not reading a tackle and then the ball went through the midfield. McTominay is having a good game because of the runs he's made beyond the midfield. I think McTominay's a box-to-box player. I don't think he is a CDM. And Jay Delmar has just said it. Doesn't this prove that McTominay isn't a DM? And I think that's exactly what it's proved. We see McTominay being played as the holding midfielder, and he isn't one. I think he's a box-to-box player. So I would agree with that. This is why Martial is so valuable. His football IQ is second to none, but plastic fans only see if he scores and base it off that, says Stephen Cherney. Rashford having a blast. Fun to watch right now, says Elvin. I think Rashford's fell into a groove. I think Rashford did this around this time last year as well, probably a little bit earlier actually, where I said he was one of the best left wingers in Europe, and people were like, "Oh, Neymar says hold my beer." I said, "No, but he was on fire," and then he got injured. And I think Rashford at the moment is sort of in that groove of form. There's Fred, but Leeds have not, Leeds are a team that traditionally starts the game well, and they're not able to start the game well. We've really started with energy. I wonder how long we can keep that energy up for. Martial is playing more like a false 9 today, says Gurav. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how long we can keep this up for, because Leeds are normally the team that starts fast. But if we get 3-0, it's game over anyway. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, we've got over 40,000 watching. We've got the fan forum, of course, coming up after the match. We've got my match reaction. You can do your player ratings. I bet if we were doing player ratings now, McTominay would have that man of the match thing on lockdown. So bottom right hand corner to subscribe. It's free. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 a.m. And we've got loads of content for you over Christmas. So whether you're on lockdown or not, United Stand will be live with lots of stuff for you, including if we win this game, we will be playing second place Leicester on Boxing Day lunchtime. Kenneth Hoagland says, we've only had 15 minutes, but I already noticed the difference with McTominay. He's actually looking for the forward pass. And also, maybe McTominay can be the future type of CDM that you have been talking about, says AC. Mark, imagine being Van der Beek watching McSauce playing like Prime Essien and knowing Ollie is going to start him every game because of this performance, says Shannon Sharp. Corner to Leeds here. I trust Scott going forward more than I do in defence, says Nick Pelser. Let me just see what happens with this corner. Zonal marking again. Look. It was a crap corner, thankfully. Hey, Mark, hope you're doing well. We have had a good start. Hope we can keep it going. I'm doing a Man United rebuild. Need some advice. Lamptey or Aaron's, says Mohammed Idris. Lamptey. Lamptey for me. Yeah, we're still zonal marking, aren't we, on the corners? Stubborn. There's a stubborn element to our coaches, though, as well. Carrick, Phelan, McKenna, Ollie, I think they're stubborn. Which is why they don't pick Twansebi or Van der Beek, and it's why they won't change the zonal marking. Zonal marking can work, though. Maybe we'll improve the zonal marking, but we're just so static when we do it. But fortunately, it was a bad corner. Poor pass by Luke Shaw. Rodrigo. Good block. Bamford. He's offside. He'll be miles off. Leeds are making you look better than you are, says Kirkham. Well, you can only beat what's in front of you, Kirkham. It's not 2-1. Bamford's miles offside here. It was a good finish. De Gea nearly made a good save, but it was a good finish, but it was offside. Miles offside. Don't panic. So, we've still only had 19 minutes. That's the positive. It's been a fantastic game to watch so far. And look, the third goal is really important in this game. 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. And we've just got to get that third goal. And people will say, what you're talking about, we're winning. And of course we're winning. And that's really good. But we do need that third goal. Fred. Where's the run? Where's the run for Fred? He's going to have to go wide. It's a lovely ball by Fred. What a tackle on Martial. Bruno! Yes! 3-0. Not that time. Bruno Fernandes rockets it in. He's done it again. He is the fire starter. Alexa, play fire starter by the prodigy. Kicking in. It is Bruno Fernandes with a bullet into the bottom corner. And I think that's going to be game, set and match. Poor pass by Leeds. Bruno with the flick. Gets it to Fred. It's a delightful through ball to Fred. Martial tries to get it. It's a good tackle, but Bruno's there to react. Low into the bottom corner. What a hit by Bruno, my son. And that is 3-0. And I think that's the game. Bruno is the difference again. Absolutely fantastic from Manchester United. And I think this is probably game over. But the interesting thing is, don't take your eyes off this because we're 3-0 up after 20 minutes. Leeds, what are you going to do, Leeds? What are you going to do, Bielsa? He doesn't know any other way. They're going to have to keep going the way they are. And Manchester United just keep doing the way we are. I still think this game could be silly o'clock. It could be. It could absolutely go stupid. We could win this. I predicted 3-0. Stop the clock. Well, we've got 70 more minutes to go. This could be our 7-0. This could be ridiculous. But then again, Leeds could get a goal. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely superb. And I always thought there would be goals in this one, says Flex. I think we all knew there'd be goals in this. Liverpool got 7 yesterday. Let's get 8, says Daniel Brindley. Bielsa always looks like he's sat having a crap, doesn't he? But he probably is having a big old crap now. He'll be shitting himself about where this could go. Quality action, though, by Bruno. Lovely driving run by Fred. And the midfield, too, have really pushed on a lot more than they did against Man City. And I think it's caught him by surprise. But lovely hit by Bruno Fernandes. And it's 3-0 to United after 20 minutes. I think, you know that thing on FIFA where you can sim to results? I'd take this result now. I'd be happy about that. Can't we have a word with Bielsa and say, sim to result? You happy? You get 70 minutes off. We get 70 minutes off. Busy Christmas period. Obviously, it never would happen, but I wouldn't mind seeing that happen because lovely play here by Wan-Bissaka and Scott McTominay. Leeds have just not been able to live with us at all. Alexander Zay says there was all that moaning for no reason. Oh, Alexander, don't be a twat all your life. Don't be one of those people who when the team news came out, went, yeah, we're going to be 3-0 up after 20 minutes. The brilliance of the moaning is that we've all got it wrong. And I love it when we get it wrong like that because it's so nice to be pleasantly surprised by a Manchester United coach and team. The reason people moaned is because we're so used to seeing shitty, counter-attacking, boring football and we're fed up of it. So that's why people moaned. What a lovely Christmas treat that actually we've gone out there and played really well with players we didn't think could do it. I mean, there's no negative as far as I'm concerned. If you're a Manchester United fan, you can only be over the moon. But let's not pretend that moaning wasn't justified at the start of the game. Unless you're one of these win, lose or draw, support the team and support the manager, which didn't actually work for you with Van Gaal or Mourinho or Moyes, did it? The whole point of football fans is to have an opinion. But it's great when you get it wrong and it goes your way. And that's exactly what's gone here. And you know what? I couldn't be happier. I want Ollie to succeed. I want these players to succeed. Because more upheaval is not what you want to see. And I want this run to keep going as well. Like I said, we've got Leicester on Boxing Day. If we can win that, who knows? We need to win by 5 to go third. Goal difference is Cruz 23. Yeah, well, and Ollie should be looking at that. He definitely should. That's why Bielsa's manages Leeds and not Barcelona. He's naive, says Nick P. And will this be our first league win at home this season, says Joshua Bellwater. No, we beat West Brom, didn't we? Another goal and an assist for Bruno, says Salah Ahmed. Oh, mate. He's not even having the best... he's not... I wouldn't say he's the best player on the pitch, but again, he's done it. About time we had a home performance, Mark. About damn time, says Chris Grathwell. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. Welcome to the Members Club, Mark, your biggest fan. Thank you very much, mate. Welcome. And welcome to the McFred Show, Mob Deep for Life, says G-Unit. And is Ollie a genius or is it just dumb luck, says it's Alex. You've got to give him credit today. I mean, look, longevity is the key, but you've got to give him credit today. Oscar Rowland Clark, welcome to the Members Club. And cross comes in from Leeds. Bamford over the bar. Wan-Bissaka marking Bamford again. Again, you've got to ask the question. And I love to talk about... Look at Bamford again. Look at Harrison on the back post. Wan-Bissaka, that's only because it's not a goal. We've done it again. Wan-Bissaka, behind him, there's somebody unmarked, and he's marking Bamford. I trust Ollie more and more with each passing game. He's growing into his role like a plant grows to light. This performance has been a long time coming, says Ash G. Been telling you for weeks, Dan James keeps the shape mark, says Ryan. I mean, Dan James has been very quiet in this game, hasn't he, really? Bielsa wanted James. He knows his attributes. I think he instructed his defence to keep an eye on him because of his pace, stretching the Leeds team from the start, says Jose Castro. That comment about moaning, it looks like the fans these days are more worried about them being right all the time. Man, we all support the same club, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. And welcome to the Members Club Online OTs. Look, what I would say is, fantastic going forward from Manchester United, but Leeds should have had 2 goals. Bamford running through our slow centre-backs, and Bamford with a header there. Wan-Bissaka's marking Bamford. Behind Bamford is probably Harrison, free. So watch us defensively. We're still that bloke who gets up in the morning, puts on a Hugo Boss shirt and an Armani suit, and then doesn't put his pants on and walks down the street. Everyone's admiring your top half, but your bottom half is naked. Corner to Leeds, punched away by De Gea. Can we please appreciate what Dan James has done? Quiet at the start, but he won the ball for the 3rd goal and his touches have been great after that, says Connor Patrick. I've not really noticed Dan James, to be honest with you, and that's not a witch hunt. I just haven't really noticed him do anything. I think these players are starting to believe in the title charge. Let's go, Mark. Ignore those who don't understand. We're winning. Stop moaning, says Shiam. The way we're playing looks very similar to the way we were playing during the summer, especially the midfield, says Salucci. And hi Mark, I don't think this is the best lineup for the game. We're just fortunate that it's Leeds we're playing against. If it's Bielsa, it's balls if you ask me, says a cat. Goldbridge the Prophet, says Twan. And can you give a quick scout report on this Bamford fella, please? I've not seen him play before, says Salam Ahmed. I mean, I don't know how old Bamford is now, but he's a tall player, and he's relatively quick. He's not super fast. He's a bit like a Poundland Haaland, I suppose. He's good with the ball at his feet. He's good in the air. He's an all-round sort of decent number 9, really. Another corner here. And he's the one I'm worried about. And he could have had 2 goals. Loving the attacking and pressing so far. Can't fall asleep, though. Need to keep pressing the attack and build on this mentality, says Adrian. James made the interception for Bruno's goal, says Sean Finity. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. You're right there. Yeah. I haven't noticed him in the game like I have noticed McTominay and Fred and Martial and Rashford and Bruno. Offside there. Rafinha would be a superb signing for us, don't you think, says Randilli. Bamford's 27, says Sherry. Yeah, he's a bit older than I thought he was. It's interesting though, isn't it? It's very interesting. What's high marks as Jake Paul. I mean, I'm not going to be one of those people actually, but I am interested. Can I ask this in a non-antagonistic way? I'm not doing this to wind you up. I know there's a lot of Ollie outers. What are you thinking? I just want to know. I'm not saying sit down or anything like that. I just want to know what you are thinking. Are you thinking you might be changing your mind, or are you thinking, it's because Leeds play this way and it suits us to attack them? What are you actually thinking? Keep an eye on Maguire, Mark. He's getting on my nerves. Never marks anyone and avoids putting himself in situations that could expose him, says Joshua Bowater. Goal kick there. Beast FC says, I don't mind Ollie, he's just very frustrating in the way he picks his teams and changes it. Our back 4 always stay close together, so teams stretch the field, which drags our back 4 over, leaving the back post open, says Milan Gray. Mark, I'm having a crap fantasy week, but again, we are winning, which is more important than winning my fantasy league, says Sadiq. Ollie out, he's just given us a glimpse of our genuine potential, but hasn't been able to show it for the whole season, says Cheeseball. I hope we can go and win. However, we'll not be convinced of our defence. Decided to go for Lamptey, by the way, says Mohammed Idris. And I said over a month ago to expect rotations. People are fools to think there wouldn't be rotations. 10 games in 29 days. A game every 70 hours. Ollie in, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. And Martial's just won as a corner there. Who scored the third goal? Bruno Bennyman. And Miles says, I'm thinking that any one individual performance means very little. Do not forget the Leipzig loss. The biggest game of the year was a tactical disaster. And welcome to the members club, Fiore Media. And Bruno's goal and assists are always amazing. Yet his passing vision and flick passes around the corner are a delight to watch. The complete midfielder, says Salah Ahmed. Ollie coached my team before United. Always had a feeling he had a favourites who played no matter what, says Randall Dooley. Corner to United here. We've still only had half an hour. This half feels like it's 2 games. And it's great. Welcome to the members club, Monas. So Luke Shaw's on the corner. Headed away. Good tackle by Bruno. And United win the throw-in. I'm Ollie out, but it's because we don't see this kind of style every game. Why not play this all games? Fan would love it and support him, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. And pinned post is please subscribe to the channel. You can do that through the link on the pinned post. Fred gets it into Bruno. Lovely pass to Bruno there, and he switches it out lovely as well. Oh no, he doesn't. I don't know. Rashford's like, who's that to? I'm not Ollie out, but knife edge on being so up to this point. It comes down to pragmatic, though. You have more to lose by sacking him now than letting him finish the season, says Nathan Schmidt. And here's Martial. Oh, good tackle. Yeah, I said that after the Leipzig game, didn't I? Give him to the end of the season. I think that's what you've got to do. And also, what you've got to acknowledge with Ollie is that every time he gets near to the sack, he always gets away from it. This is not the first time that he's been close to the sack. If you think about, well, it's been a few weeks now since he's been close to the sack. It was just before the Everton game, wasn't it? You know, I don't know whether it's luck or whatever, but when the going gets tough, he seems to find a few results and changes it again. Consistency. Consistency is the word. Everybody knows it. It's not breaking news. Consistency is the problem for United, and at the moment we have found a consistency in the Premier League. Wan-Bissaka, back post, good cross, and a corner. Corner to Leeds. Back post exposed again, says Tony Garner. It is infuriating, the defence, how we seem to be... It's got to be tactical, hasn't it? I mean, we've not conceded, which is great, but it has to be tactical that we get our fullbacks to tuck in. I mean, look at the top of the screen, how close Luke Shaw is to Harry Maguire there. He's on Bamford. And then there's another player beyond Luke Shaw. If you look at the top of the screen now, if that cross comes in, Luke Shaw's got Bamford, but then after Bamford, there's somebody unmarked. Now Bamford moves across, but Luke Shaw is still very close to Harry Maguire. And this happens on the other side a lot, and I don't get it. Can you see Ollie changing his coaching team? He needs to, says Shaka Phillips. And Sharath Kamath Fitness says, let's all take a moment and appreciate Luke Shaw. Every right winger in the league looks bad playing against Shaw. Fans need to open their eyes. Well, some just won't. Cross comes in. Another corner. Fortunately, Leeds' corners have all been pretty bad. We've scored the same amount of goals in under 20 minutes, more than the whole season at home before this game. Our home ghost is free, says Chelsea Houseland. Numero Uno says, sub Dan James off, he's clueless. Don't let Ricky hear you say that. Lewis Smith says, get your money on Dan James, next goal scorer. Not changing my mind, but he has got it right so far, says Jim Ross. Cross comes in, it's a better one. And McTominay gets it away. That's a goal. Oh, what a save by De Gea. Great save by De Gea. I think it's Rodrigo with the shot. I thought it was going in and De Gea saved it with his feet. It wasn't Rodrigo, it was Rafinha, actually. But De Gea makes a good save with his feet here. Yeah, it would have been offside. Because the player was in front of him. The marking again on the corner wasn't great. A good play by Dan James here. Go on. No one's going to catch up with him. Cross is good to Rashford. That was good from Dan James. I liked that. Look at the fullbacks, the way they've been bombing on in this game as well. I've heard Harry be very vocal this game. If you can hear it, Mark, for a change, says Michael Monroe. I don't listen to it, so I don't know, mate. And, you know, just going back to that previous super chat from Jim Ross, he says, I'm not changing my mind on being Ollie out, but he has got it right so far. You know, I think it's very important in life anyway to just be flexible in the way that you think, because if you are totally stubborn, I'm Ollie out and nothing can change my mind. What if he won like 10 games or something like that? You know, 10 games in a row and you're top of the league. If you stubbornly say he's not good enough, then, you know, I think it says more about you if you can't change your mind, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't mean I'm not telling you to change your mind. I wouldn't even say now is the time to change your mind, but I'd be open to it because you just don't know. You just don't know. A year ago, I was saying Matic is crap, he's done, and then he went on and had a great first 6 months of this year. So you just don't know. What I would say is that, you know, there's not a lot of room for manoeuvrability. You know, this consistency needs to keep going. We've got Everton on Wednesday, which is a tough game. Then we've got Leicester, which is going to be a tough game. And then we've got Wolves, which is going to be a tough game. And then we've got Villa, which is a tough game. So we've got 3 games. If you come out of those with 3 wins, you've got to talk positively, haven't you? Luke Shaw nearly getting Rashford in there. Goes for a corner. Still 10 minutes to half time. What a half. Bruno and Fred gelling. They clearly have a rapport, says Alan B. And United players look like he got inspired by the Liverpool result, says Nemo the Fish. And Wan-Bissaka didn't know he was offside. He did well there. Good improvisation to get it away, says Jonathan Matthews. And do you think Leeds could come back in the second half, says Louis Hall. And Lindelof looks like he really needs a few games rest, says Daniel Sundmark. Yeah, I think defensively we look a bit... Centre-backs always look vulnerable, don't they? But I don't think Leeds will get back into this now, no. I wouldn't be surprised if they scored a goal or two because they've had a couple of chances. But being to 24 home games, best home form in ages, says Al B. Martial! Wan-Bissaka! Lindelof! It's Lindelof on the back post. Everything's going right for Manchester United. 4-0 up at half-time. Martial with another assist. And it's Lindelof with the tap-in. And Bielsa will be fuming with this because after 36 minutes, Manchester United are 4-0 up. And we're just taking it. We're just taking it easy. We've never been in this. We want 7. We want 7, Ollie. Flick on by Martial. There's not going to be a hint of offside here. He's unmarked on the back post. I mean, there's 6 Leeds players there. And Lindelof gets there on the back post to just slide it in with his right foot. Lindelof is even scoring more goals from corners now. Get Harry out and get Lindelof a new partner. I bet that's what we want. But we want 8, says Robert Kavanagh. 4-0 to Manchester United. Easy, easy, easy. Well, my score prediction's gone. Renate with the little super sticker. And I've got to change the score as well. Yeah, so I was just talking... We were just talking about whether Leeds can get back into this game. No. Not now. You don't... Only Arsenal lose 4-0 Leeds at half-time. And even they got a draw out of that. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. But confidence will be buzzing through the team as well. You know, confidence... You know, results like this breed confidence. They'll want a clean sheet. Everyone right. Ollie too defensive, says Robert McCormack. Well, you know what, mate? If you thought we weren't going defensive, I'll call you a liar. Finally, we make up for the goal difference from the Spurs game. By the way, Spurs are starting to bottle it early, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. That's into third place on goal difference, says David Anderson. We only tend to struggle when teams sit back, says Liam 281991. You're right. And that goal came from an amazing run by Luke Shaw to set up that top class, says Alec Miller. There's going to be player ratings in the second half are going to be very interesting because we very rarely have 3 or 4 players over 7 out of 10. And I think already Martial's been unbelievable. Bruno's been good. Luke Shaw's been good. Fred and McTominay have been good. Loads and loads of good performances out there. He progressed us from 6th to 3rd, wasn't backed in the summer, doesn't have a title winning side, and we're very much in the conversation for top 4. Where did that go? He's earned the right to see the season out, says Sean Finity. He has. Well, I've said that anyway. I don't want to see a manager. Well, I said it weeks ago, so it's not It's not like I'm saying it now. I don't want to see the manager changed until May. Anyway, how can something fall like that close by and I can't bloody see it? Why does something always fall on the floor and then you can't bloody find it? I literally heard it fall. That's ridiculous. Absolutely bloody ridiculous. How's that happened? I can't understand it. Oh yeah, it's gone rolling off under a bloody pole. Not a joke. I'm back now. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Martial. And McTominay should have had a hat trick. Bloody hell. What is it about me and not seeing McTominay nearly score? Leeds are a mess here. I'd be interested to see how Leeds are going to come out in the second half because their defence has been absolutely shocking, hasn't it? Really, really poor. It's been easy for Manchester United. It was actually offside anyway. But it's been very easy for Manchester United. Leeds, I mean, if you didn't know Bielsa ball, you would say Leeds look like relegation candidates, wouldn't you? Martial was offside in the attack there. Welcome to the Members Club, Mustanza Hassan. And games like this just confuse the Ollie situation. Shows he definitely has the potential, but consistency and some of his team selections let him down, says Nick M. Do you have enough numbers for the score sheet, Mark? This could be naughty, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. I hope so. And Tim's there, says keep it up. And he progressed. Yeah, we've done that as well. Okay, I think we've caught up on the chats there as well. I'm going to get a drink in the second half. It's Christmas. Ollie's giving us some Christmas cheer, which is great to see. This is all you want, isn't it? You just want a bit of positivity and something to believe in. And I actually think it's really good that he's played a team that on paper looks very defensive. I mean, look at that team there. And you think that 4-1? When did that happen? Zonal marking again. Harry Maguire nowhere near his man. Look at Maguire again, marking Fred. Bloody hell. I didn't even see that goal. 4-1. What is going wrong with my eyes? I'm talking about stuff and I'm not seeing goals go in. Maguire again, marking Fred. Zonal marking on a corner again. Another cross, headed away. Maguire's got to go and win that ball. Look, we're going to win this game. We don't need to go too mad, but this will hurt us in games where it's tight, because that is just poor defending again. It's a corner again where we're not marking the players. Maguire's got to go and win that. It's a metre away from him. People will say, well, it's nearer to McTominay, but Maguire can run onto that and head it. He doesn't. He's like a bag of cement. If it's doesn't land on his head, he doesn't want anything to do with it. And again, he's marking Luke Shaw on that one. Ridiculous. We've got to be careful here. We'll win the game, but we don't want to blow our goal difference. This is what happened against Sheffield United. Corners are constant problems for us, says K Forbes. That's it. Ollie out. Terrible. If we could get a good centre-back to play alongside Lindelof or Bay, we'd be all right, says Alcaria Fernandez. That's it. Ollie out. Terrible, says Mustang Motive. This is why we should be buying a partner for Lindelof. He's been fantastic the last couple of games, and like the clueless fridge, says Connor Patrick. And Lax says, tough question for you, Mark. Would you rather have Phil Jones or Don Robbie at centre-back? Robbie's a unit. I've seen him shirtless. I just think that, look, we've been so good going forward today, but we're like an apron. You know, we're good at the front, but at the back, we're all over the shop. And Leeds could have had 3 goals in that half. If I was Bielsa, I'd be like, look, we're probably going to lose this game, but I wouldn't necessarily change the way we're playing. Bamford went through one-on-one, should have scored, headed one over the bar. A couple of things, they've been offside. Leeds have had chances. Let's not forget, defensively, we've been a bit of a shambles again, i.e. centre-backs, i.e. predominantly Harry Maguire. It's called Watch Along, Mark, not Talk Along. Pay attention to the game, mate, says Ninja Smith. I don't know how I've missed that goal. I really don't. This is what annoys me about Maguire. He's an 85 million centre-back. Crossed by United corner. Maguire misses it. Who's a unit? He should be clearing every corner, cleaning everyone out, says Joshua Bowwater. Well, this is what Vidic used to do. Oh, Rashford nearly makes it 5. Vidic would go. What annoys me about that corner, and I say annoy me because I'm not annoyed. We're winning 4-1 and it's been fantastic. But when from positions of strength, you should also look at positions of weakness. And the centre backs, the partnership today has worried me again. And that goal we've conceded is another corner goal conceded. When are we going to address the corners? Like we're letting in too many goals, and it's absolutely correct. Harry Maguire, whether he cost 80 million or 8 million, his biggest asset is his aerial ability. And every corner, he marks nobody. And that corner then, he should go and win it. And he doesn't. Fred's in his way. Like, weird. Really weird. Would you go Ollie out if we blow this lead, Mark? Also, please shout out my girlfriend, Brittany, says Arums 12. And Maguire is as agile as a fridge, says Randolly. We're not going to lose this game, so you wouldn't need to even think about being Ollie out. But I'd be disappointed not to keep a clean sheet, which we've not. We haven't kept a clean sheet, have we? So, but I'm disappointed by that. Bielsa, imagine if Man United did a 4-4. Yeah, well, I remember Newcastle doing that, but they were at home. Bielsa's overconfident idiot. He thinks playing open against Man United is stylish. Not even Man City does it. Who the hell is Leeds? Our Humpty Dumpty centre-backs need changing, says Pushan. It's a fair point, really. Leeds, Man City came here last week. They didn't want to do it. Chelsea didn't want to do it. And Chelsea and Man City have got far better players than us. They didn't fancy going all out, did they? So, it's a fair point. Bielsa is such a tactical genius, he's even unlocked McTominay's potential, says Ali Ashfaq. I like it. But we've got about a minute, about 15 seconds to half time here. And it's been, it feels like I've been watching this game for days. What a half is all I can say. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch. And, this is what you want as a football fan. Lindelof needs a pairing. Harry is only playing because of his price tag, says TJ Hogan. And we've only one more goal conceded than Liverpool and we lost with 6 to Spurs, says Chelsea Houseland. And that is half time. Let me stop the clock. But let me stop the clock here. I just want to credit where it's due. That's what you want in a football match. I mean, anybody who's moaning at half time after that, realistically, football's probably not for you. Yeah, the goal we conceded was disappointing, but this is what we want. And surely, when we see what we want, then we must applaud what we want. And I think that, whatever you think about Solskjaer, I've always been very relaxed about this. He'll either sack himself or he'll do something amazing. I said this in the international break. I said it after the Leipzig game. He will either sack himself or he will do something amazing. And at the moment, that's something pretty amazing. Look, Leeds are wide open. I spoke about this all week. I said this game is going to be so exciting. There's going to be goals in it because of the ways Leeds play. It's not surprising what's happened. But to be 4-1 up at half-time, you can't knock it. You can only beat what's in front of you. And I certainly think we went more on the front foot. So I applaud what United have done in that game. And I hope we can get a few more goals in the second half. The worst thing we could do is switch off. I would even think about making a few changes because, keep the energy levels up high. But fantastic. I think from the midfield to the attack, really good. Bruno, Martial, Dan James has worked hard. Rashford, Fred, McTominay. Those 6 really good. Luke Shaw, fantastic at left back. Wan-Bissaka's been good. Lindelof got a goal. But still, we're giving up a lot of chances because of the way we play at the back 4. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the attack. Martial's been pulling the strings. He deserves a goal. Bruno again. But McTominay, the fly, What a performance by Scott McTominay, especially in the first 5 minutes. Lovely hit for the first goal. Lovely breaking run. We've not been doing that. And I just want to see us doing this more. more, because whatever anybody says, we don't play like that normally. We don't play like that. Normally, we've got Fred and McTominay sitting in front of our centre-backs. They're not pressing high up the pitch. They're certainly not making runs beyond Bruno. And what we saw with that second goal was McTominay making a run beyond Bruno. And Bielsa would have every right to say with his midfielders, don't worry about McTominay and Fred. They don't make runs. So if Ollie said make runs, that's genius. So how does zonal marking work, Mark, when the opposition figures out which zone Maguire is in and put their players against our shorter players like Fred, says Abhishek Shankar. And Mark, can I show you my new Star Wars tat if I tag you on Twitter as it's half time, says PJ Pennington. I can never find anybody on Twitter, mate, because there's so many people. Stefan Rachus, thank you. Welcome to the members club. Let's get Flex on anyway. Bloody hell, it's half time. I forgot about him. See what he's got to say. He was positive about the team before. I'm sure he's not going to be coming on moaning about the team now. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We were very close to 926,000 when we last checked. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And I will get Flex on. Live show. Hi, Flex. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
You sound a bit fed up. Over the moon. Surely you felt it might work, and it has. Although your 2-1 prediction has gone out the window, as has my 3-0. To be fair,
I don't think any of us could have predicted how we started that game today, man. I don't know what McTominay has been on during that week off that he had, where he didn't have to play against Sheffield United, or what he's been eating. He was a man possessed. Gary Neville summed it up perfectly, mate. He turned into Keano, Scholes, Carrick, everything all in one. For them first 5 minutes. And even after that, he just played really well. What a start. I was so impressed with not just obviously the goals and how quickly they came, but I'm speaking about that intensity and earning the right to play.
Yeah.
That was it. Once you earn the right to play against Leeds and match them for the intensity, the quality should show through. And we got that plus more, because some of the football today, guys, we'll talk about the little negative stuff in a minute with the conceding and the corners, that shit. Leave that alone. I'm on a positive vibe after that, because I thought it would be tight, cagey, really uncomfortable. We absolutely played them off the park. Bruno, listen, some of the little flicks he's doing around the corner, it looks like he's not even involved that much. The little things he's doing just in and out of possession are superb. Rashford looked proper bright in the first 10 minutes, jinking, sitting people down. Martial, the way he's looking after the ball, dropping a little shoulder, getting away from people. The link-up play, Dan James's little sets and turns, and it was just perfection. Let's just be real.
We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. And now you're gonna believe. No, but seriously,
perfection.
You said it before the game. You just want to be in the fight. And if we can go to that Leicester game in the fight, and God, look, we ain't Arsenal. I remember Arsenal being 4-0 down at Newcastle and it ended up 4-4. We ain't that club, so it's not going to happen. But what we do need to be careful of is it could become 4-3 or 4-2 if we're not careful. And we, I think if it went 4-3, he'd sit back. And let's go and get another goal. Let's get Pogba on. Let's get Greenwood on. Let's get Cavani on. Let's go and get... Yeah. Let's go. If they score 3 and we score 6, fine. It's one of those days. That's the way Leeds play. But what I want to say is, you say McTominay, and I want to talk about McTominay in the match reaction, and maybe you would talk about him on the fan forum, because in a sentence, I think he's a box-to-box midfielder and not a CDM, and he's shown that today. And that's probably why he's been playing badly, because he's not really playing in position. But what I want to say is that I've never seen McTominay or Fred running past Bruno. And I don't think Bielsa would have expected them to run past Bruno. So that's from the coaching staff. And they get a lot of stick. They get a lot of stick. I give them a lot of stick. But there are people out there who call them Wallies, who say they're PE teachers. And I've always said, look, I don't like a lot of the tactics, but they've definitely got tactics. Look at Leipzig. Look at PSG away. Look at the 3 months that got us third. They have got tactics. I think they just mess around with them too much. But he's definitely told his midfield to run beyond...
100%.
And that's brilliant.
And this is why I say... It doesn't always matter about the type of system you play. It's the players in it and how you set up tactically in terms of the instructions you give them. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm taking it back to when we was debating.
Last week against Man City, he told his 2 CDMs, don't go past the halfway line and pass the ball sideways.
That's what I'm saying. So today we could have played exactly the same formation, 4-4-2 again, but he could have said, go and get involved. Get your fullbacks bombing on. Get your wingers bombing on. Scott, go and join in the attacks. Do you see what I'm saying about we can't get too kind of bogged down with this whole, you can't play this formation, you can't play. I saw, like I said, Antonio Conte won the league playing 5 at the back. and he played attacking football with Chelsea and they scored loads of goals that season. Do you get what I mean? It's all about the way in which you play. And just look at that from around the corner from Bruno. Brilliant.
Oh, some of his flicks, yeah.
Brilliant. It's just so good to see. Martial, brilliant as well. And then he smashes it in. Listen, that's what I mean. Some of the goals that we scored in the play, Dan James doing his job, wins the ball back there and gets us going. It's just really good to see. I think Fred's been really good as well. He's travelled with the ball, got himself high up the pitch as well. And that has come from the coaching staff. I didn't expect this. I have to be honest. I did not expect this, man.
Yeah, but you know what? It's Christmas time. We're winning 4-1 against Leeds. Let's hope we can get a few more goals. What I really don't want to happen is, you know, we've had the toxicity and negativity from the Ollie out crowd. What I don't want to see from the Ollie in crowd, and I suppose I am in the Ollie in crowd because I said I would see where we are in May. So I am Ollie in really, but I'm not as staunch Ollie in as some people are. I admit that. I'm probably more, you know, centre ground. I'm just pragmatic about it. Let's see what happens. But I want to embrace the Ollie outers and get them back. We're Manchester United. You know, wherever you are, whatever player you love, whatever manager you think should be in charge, surely your love for Manchester United is surely everybody is sat there like, oh, this is brilliant. You know what? We've had a shit year. Some of us in lockdown. This COVID thing, football's been my escapism for me personally. It always has been, and I've really needed it over the last year in the community that we've built. And look, I was moaning about that team before because I just thought Ollie was going to do what he always does and play counter-attacking football. He didn't. What a treat. Oh, I was wrong. Brilliant. I'm so happy I was wrong. I couldn't be more happier because I want my football team to do what Liverpool did yesterday. Beat somebody 7-0. Oh, hello, my team's 4-1 up at half-time on the road to doing that. And look, we might not score any goals in the second half. I think we will do. But love it. I absolutely love it. I love I said when McTominay scored that first goal, he sat me down. Good. I want to be sat down. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong about Ollie. I want to be wrong about these players. I want to be wrong about winning the title because I don't think we can do it. I want to be wrong because I win and we all win. And Scott just loves a derby, doesn't he, says Ben. Wish I was sat in the Stretford End watching this, says Ben. Wow, you know what? That as well, Flex. I was going to ask you that. Proper. I mean, no fans in the ground, you wouldn't know. That you know, Ollie says you need fans in the ground to play good football. You bloody don't.
You don't, and that's why. But that's where the frustrations come from. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we got good players in certain areas. We've got some players who we continually are not quite good enough, not quite there yet.
Leave you to for a minute. I'm just going to run off for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but this is what I mean, guys. We've got good players, and that's another reason why I suppose people who do want Ollie out get so frustrated because we've got a good squad. We just need to add here or there, you know, 2 to 3 players of real quality, and maybe to the starting lineup, because we got the players there. We've got the players there, and that's like I say, man. The goals and the way we've scored is one thing. That's just the kind of cherry on top here, but I just like our application from minute one. Our pressing was on point. We won. I mean, they came at us very quickly. If you look at when they kicked off, they got like pretty much near our box within seconds. So I was thinking, right, here we go. Then we defended it really well. And then that was it. They didn't really see the ball after that. And we kept them pending. When they was putting it out for throws or when they were trying to clear it, we were on them. And we were just looking really, really dangerous. And I just like that application because that's all we had to do. All we had to do was just make sure that we applied ourselves intensely and was at it from the start and didn't try and feel our way into the game because that's just not what Leeds do. And if you get the first goal, especially as early as we did, the game was only going to go one way after that. But I couldn't believe how open it was. McTominay, that second finish that he does as well, brilliant assist from Martial, by the way.
I think both goals were sort of Scholes-esque in a way.
Yeah, but that second one for McTominay, he actually, if you look what he does, he lets the ball kind of roll over one foot, so he sorts his feet out to control it with his right, and then rolls it in with his left. Like it's such a good finish. It's great feet from him.
They don't make those runs. They don't make those runs, and then they did, and I think that's caught Leeds out, and that's a real credit to the coaching really because it's caught Leeds out.
I said about giving him the credit, didn't I?
But we need to do more because we've not looked. I mean, look, we always look dodgy at the back, centre-backs, crosses, but we've not looked dodgy. Like Leeds are an attacking team. McTominay and Fred have been making those runs and we haven't scored, but Leeds haven't overwhelmed us. That's what I mean. We can be more on the front foot and not fall apart. I think he's got to trust his team more. And look, it's going to be really interesting in the second half because we will open up the player ratings for the match reaction afterwards. And your scores on that are going to be great. So that's on unitedstand.com. I'll let you know about that in the second half. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're getting really close to 927,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, get involved. Loads of stuff to come. We've obviously got Flex will be interviewing Ricky after the game. That's going to be interesting. It's all about the shape, Fleck, and we've got the fan forum with Flex and KG and guests as well. So we've got loads and loads more content to come. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Danny B says, anyone else think Wan-Bissaka's going to end up injured this game? It's worrying me about him diving in. Needs to get better at positioning. I mean, look, you know what? I don't really want to dwell on it because I think we should dwell on the positives. But, you know, I think defensively there was no difference. I mean, the goal we conceded, zonal marking again. Harry Maguire should just run onto that and head it. And he's standing still on his heels again.
Yeah, exactly, and I think also McTominay had a bit of a part in it as well because he was chasing one of the guys who headed it too. The guy who did header it, I can't remember who it was.
But as somebody who used to play at the back there, and I mean, you've probably as a forward, you've probably defended or attacked things. Maguire stands still, and he could run onto that and jump. And he waits. He's on his heels like that. That's not excusable.
But this is the problem with the zonal. This is the problem with the zonal thing. It's like you're just marking a space, and if the ball doesn't really come to you, or even if it does, there's just no accountability. You're in your area thinking it's so congested, and maybe somebody else would do it. I want accountability. I know this is my man. I'm attacking that ball if it goes near him. If it's not, I've still got my man in case it ricochets or falls to him for the second phase of play, second ball. And there's just no accountability, and I don't like that. That's what.
Well, it doesn't matter in games like this, does it? But when there will be games this season where we play someone where it's really, really tight, maybe a Liverpool or a Chelsea, and we'll zonal mark, they'll score, and that'll be the game. And that's the concern, isn't it?
Exactly, and that's what we can't afford to happen. Even at 4-1, like you said, if we're stupid with it and let Leeds in, it could get to 4-2. You just don't. We have to. I agree with what you're saying. We've got to go for it again. Don't just take your foot off the gas, thinking, yeah, great. And Ollie's saying that the fixture list is as congested as it is, mate. 65th minute and stuff like that. Get the subs on. Bring Pogba on. Bring Cavani on. Bring Greenwood on. Not all at once. I'm just saying because you don't want to upset the balance because a big reason of why we're playing this way is because he's got the tactics spot on and it's working. So I get that. You don't want to just make the subs too early because you do. I know we're bringing on quality, but sometimes you need it to just keep ticking over. Do you know what I mean? So
I think what we've seen with Leeds in recent weeks is that attack is the best form of defence against Leeds, isn't it?
So they will keep going. So what you don't want to do is bring on Pogba too early and your midfield balance for this type of game kind of goes because we're not working hard enough or, and then we kind of, I'm not saying he's going to have a detrimental effect. I'm just saying you can't, it's not FIFA. You can't just make changes just because you got a 3-0 lead. 4-1, but a 3-goal lead going into early in the second half. You don't make changes at half time and rest people. You keep it going. Try and nick another one, maybe two, with the same team out. I'd
be disappointed if we don't get another 2 out of this. What do you fancy scoreline?
Yeah, I mean, I think you put to bed those silly little mistakes, especially from set pieces. But we go at it again. We should be scoring another couple. If we don't, I think it'll be through the players kind of just easing off or taking their foot off the gas or maybe thinking about the next game. Yeah, that's the danger.
So many games, and not Man United, so many games a team is 4-0 up at half-time and then they
Liverpool didn't do that yesterday, did they?
No. What was it, half-time in that game?
I don't know, actually, to be fair. Could have been 5-0.
I wasn't watching it, to be honest.
You know what I mean? I assume they didn't do it because I know they got quite a few second half goals as well. So, they've got nothing to lose here, Leeds as well. They will just absolutely go for it. So we need to get that, 4-goal cushion back again.
We do.
And then it's about game management. If it goes to like 75th, 80th minute and it's still 4-1, then you just keep it at that.
All right, mate. Well, we'll see you on the fan forum after the game.
Yeah, nice one, man.
I'll speak to you in a bit.
Cool.
You can follow Flex on Twitter @FlexUTD. Second half has kicked off. Good super chat here from Jordan Brown. He says Fred's high press has equaled our best recent performances. I was asked. Funny, United Stand we're live every night at 8 o'clock, as you know. I was talking about this on the show last night, and I did say that I felt that Fred was one of our best important players, and I think that has been proven again. He's one of the most important players in our team. I said Bruno, Fred and Rashford for me have been our 3 best players of the season. Mark, I'm overwhelmed, but Harry Maguire never goes for the ball. Look at the goal we conceded. Our captain was marking Fred. Every cross scares me, says Valabeth. And we have to keep the intensity and attack the open space. This could be an easy win, says Simon Held. Well, this is a win. This is over. This game's done. It's just about what you want the final score to be. And, you know, 4-1 plus 3 goal difference is good. You don't want it to turn into 4-2, 4-3. Ideally, you want to turn it into 6-1 if you can. So we've got to keep the intensity up there. And I think that's what Solskjaer will be saying at half-time. Daniel Brady says, Mark, can you say that Raymond is the worst dressed man in Magaluf? There you go. And what did I say about McTominay? Baller, what a goal, says Scott Hector. Does anybody ever remember Scott Hector saying that McTominay was a baller? No, we don't. We don't, Scott Hector, I'm afraid. You're just a bandwagon jumper. I'm only joking. Martial is rubbish, says Ramel, and you're just a prat. So there you go. And Van der Beek is on the bench, I think. I don't think we'll see him in the team. Bruno gets into Martial. This should be his goal. Oh, he's put it wide. That's that bloody twat. That's that prat who said Martial there. He should have scored. That's an easy goal for Martial, and he deserves it. It would have been another assist for Bruno. How does he not score this? That's a bad miss by Martial, that is. I'd have put money on that. He's had a great game, Martial, but he's got to score there again. Bloody hell. But United starting off the second half as they started off the first half, which is good to see. Let me just play this here. Just get ready with your ears. If you are a member of the United Stand Members Club, you can do that by clicking the join button. We've got a new perk for you through Emojam where you can get 6 of our audio gifts like this.
What a prat! What a prat!
So we've got 6 of those, and you can download them and use them on things like WhatsApp. You can send them to friends and family and use them on social messaging services. All you've got to do, if you remember, is download Emojam. The link's in the video description. And when you've downloaded it, log into Emojam with your YouTube credentials, and then you can download to your phone those 6 audio United Stand gifts. There's one about Bruno. There's a couple from me. Saying get in and what a prat, and you can use them on social media, on your social messaging apps. If you're not a member of the club, you can do that by becoming a member. You get a badge next to your name in the chat, and you get access to those as well using the join button. Or if you're not a member and you don't want to become a member, we are giving away one of those free that you can download. I think it's the Pratt one actually. Again, just download Emojam, links in the video description. Log in with your YouTube credentials and you'll be able to download the free one to use as well. So there you go. That's in the video description. Do you think Ollie will ever drop Maguire, says Daniel Hansen? Probably not. And can you say hi to Minty, please? Loving the game, says Underwrite Steve. We will have the player ratings coming out for you during the second half as well. My man of the match at the moment isn't Scott McTominay. Just because he scored 2 goals, it's not. I think my man of the match is well, I'm not going to tell you who it is because I don't want to sway opinion, but I think there's another player that's been on another planet, really, and you might be surprised who I think it is. Martial's come out a little bit rusty this second half. That's a bad pass as well. Jin's right. Martial's got to score that chance. What's the point in doing well with a couple of assists if you don't score your chance? And it's the same as the corners, That corner we've conceded, it's a bad goal to concede. We can't brush it under the carpet because we're 4-1 up. Because, if we keep conceding corners like that, which we have been doing, there will come a game where it will cost us a win. So, Martial's got to score those chances. Here we go, back post again. What a save by De Gea, and it goes in. Is it gone in? No, it's gone for a corner. Back post again. Wan-Bissaka again getting sucked into Lindelof. And it should be 3. What a save by De Gea. What a save this is by David De Gea. But how many times are we going to see this happening? Welcome to Fantasy Food, member of the United Stand Members Club. And what a save by De Gea. That is a fantastic save. Lovely cross to the back post. Wan-Bissaka stuck under a cross again. That's not tactics. That's just somebody who's crap on the back post. McTominay's become the first person to score 2 goals in 3 minutes. Still don't rate him, but credits it's in the books against Leeds, says Jonathan Matthews. We've got to keep the intensity and attack the open space. This should be an easy win, says Simon Heldon. And welcome to the Members Club Fantasy Foodie. Wan-Bissaka's got a real issue with the back post, hasn't he? He doesn't mark the back post. But a fantastic save by David De Gea. Got a bit of a look with it hitting the post, but he deserves that look. You know, he saved it onto the post. The post is not a goal. It's official. Hitting the post is not a goal. Lindelof into McTominay here. If we want to be serious title contenders, we need an out-and-out proven striker who's clinical. Unfortunately, as much as I like him, Martial ain't that. It's just Sean Negative Turner. We've got that sort of striker in Cavani. I think Cavani will come on in this game as well. I'd like Martial to get a goal. I think he needs a goal in a game like this. Martial is a wide player. I don't know why we are obsessed with him playing as a number 9, says Barry. Well, you know, he has got 2 assists as well. Leeds are going to go for this, you know. Another cross. Lindelof. McTominay clears it. We've got to be careful. 4-2 becomes 4-3. We need to make this 5-1 and kill Leeds off. Here we go. Look at the pass, Dan. Look for the pass, Dan. That's a foul. Could have been a red, that. It's booked Dan James. Oh, you bold prat. You cretin. You absolute cretin. That is a foul. It's not a bloody dive. What a prat. That is a bloody joke. How can you book Dan James for that? You bold prat. He's nearly took his head off. How is that a dive? How is that a bloody dive? He's having a bloody joke. He's having a joke. Oh my God. Does he not? Anthony Taylor is the worst referee in the bloody world. Like, he ruined the FA Cup final. Look, if you don't want to give a free kick, don't give a free kick. But how can that be a dive when he actually puts his hand across his bloody head? I don't believe it. Anthony Taylor, you are a joke to refereeing. If you've got that audio gif, Anthony Taylor, send it to your mates. What a prat. How can you book someone for a dive when they actually get hit? Good cross by Leeds there. We've got to be a little bit careful. The game is opening up. They've had loads of corners, Leeds. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's a free kick against Leeds, but you don't book a player for diving when he catches him in the face. I'm not saying it should be a free kick, but he catches him in the face. I'd go down if I got caught in the face. Anyway, here's a corner for Leeds. Harrison with it. Headed away by Rashford. This is his job. Come on, Martial. Lovely, lovely. Lovely to Bruno. This is it. Come on. Rashford. Yes. Go on, Rashford. Needs some help here. Who's making the run? Give it to Bruno. Oh, block. Corner, Man United. Better. He's a prat, that Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor was the ref in the Tottenham game and sent Martial off for less, says Joshua Bell. Oh, no. Just, I don't understand how Dan James gets booked there. Whatever you think about Dan James, that is not a dive. Like, literally cannot be a dive. Ref's a bloody joke. Calvin Phillips has come off for Leeds. I don't know why. Must be injured. Does anyone know? Anthony Taylor. Yeah, we've done that one. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Cross by Luke Shaw. Free header for Bruno. Oh, it might have been a bit high for him. I'd like to see that back. If not, he should have scored. Rashford into Fred. All these people saying we need an out-and-out striker. Do Liverpool have one? Martial's assist and overall game is brilliant, says Dylan. Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. I mean, Martial has got 2 assists in this game. Does he get them from left wing? Here's Leeds again. Still plenty of time in this game. Maguire blocks it. Come on, let's get the 5th goal and then Leeds will give up. Go on, Dan. That's a foul on Rashford. Tactical change by Leeds with taking off Phillips. I mean, you know, Dan James in this sort of a game with so much space, it's his dream ticket, really. I hope he gets a goal. Because there won't be many games you can use Dan James. I don't know why Leeds want him. That's a foul, surely. Oh, Bruno, corner. I'd like the free kick ref, to be honest. I think Dan James has been good. It's the, as I said, it's the perfect game for Dan James because there's so much space out there. But every other team, different, isn't it? We're 25 subscribers away from 927. So bottom right hand corner, please subscribe. We should hit 927 very soon. We're 25 away. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We have got the match reaction straight after this where you can do your player ratings. I'll be opening up that for you in a minute. Cross is punched away by Leeds. That's not a great ball by Fred, but he'll win the second ball and it goes for a goal kick. Be nice for McTominay to get the hat-trick. Yes, it would. Thing is, you don't want to be losing games at Christmas time, do you? You know, Christmas time, you want to be winning games. It's Christmas time. We want to win games. It could be Arsenal. Yeah, no, Spurs losing. I mean, Leicester, I think we'll beat Leicester on Boxing Day. I think, if I'm honest with you, we've got our next 4 league games. Well, Leeds today, Leicester away, Wolves, I think, at home, and then Villa. I think Leeds is the toughest test. But then maybe not, because Wolves will play very organised and there won't be many goals in the Wolves game. So, you know, every game's a challenge now. At least Spurs lost. Congratulations, you beat a pub team, says Miassi. You didn't. You couldn't beat them. Leeds have actually played well. Even the score was 2-1. I would say this was the most fun I've had watching us for a while, says Sharath Kamath. It's been a good game, hasn't it? And that's the great thing. Anybody who watched the preview this week, we were talking about it. This game has had me excited for a long, long time because, you know, and fair play to Bielsa. I know he's getting beat 4-1, but the way he plays football, you know it's going to be an open game and you very rarely get that. What a lovely ball by Bruno. Well done, Leeds. Why didn't VAR check Dan James' penalty situation, says Lars Henrik Klar. Good point. Is Lingard injured? Why is he never included in the squad? Good point, Ryan Hype. But, you know, he's not injured. He's not in the team. Don't know why. Not on the bench either. It's a shame. I like Dan James. It's good to see him play with a full team of starters rather than all the second string lot, says Jonathan Matthews. There we go. But 15 minutes of this half gone so far. Still the same score as it was at half time. I don't think that's because either team are sitting back or accepting the result or parking the bus or whatever it is. You know, sometimes you see that in an open game. Both teams just sort of like play out the second half. Fantastic save from De Gea. Could have been a goal for Leeds. And United have had a good chances as well. Forget Allegri, Rodgers to Arsenal and take Vardy with him, says Zayn Miassi. Good tackle by Lindelof there. Bruno with his little flick again. That little flick that Bruno does with his outside of his foot is so good. What a ball by Bruno that is. Here we go. Dan James. Look, Dan. Look. That's a nice ball to Martial. McTominay. Oh, it was there for the perfect header. Right foot, left foot, on your head. And Ayling's there to head it for a corner. McTominay, his eyes would have lit up here. What a ball it was by Bruno to get Dan James. Dan James does the right thing, gets it to Martial. And it's a lovely cross by Martial. It's just not quite... Well, I don't think he could have done it any better. Luke Shaw comes off for Tellez. Intelligent move that. He's had a good hour there. Well done. I don't know whether he's got an injury there, Luke Shaw, actually. He's heading down the touchline. Hopefully not. First substitution then, Tellez for Luke Shaw. And it's a corner that Tellez is going to take. I really hope that that's not because of an injury. Cross comes in from Tellez. Headed away. And James heads it back in. Martial. Oh, side netting. Caught it with the wrong foot there. Thanks for the super chat, Peter Koenig. Can Tellez defend though, says Raz. Well, I think with half an hour left, we shouldn't be conceding 3 goals. We should be all right. Another corner here. We are 10 subscribers away from 927. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Leeds. No, United will pick that up. I thought they were going to catch it on the break. News. Allegri is learning English so he can reject Arsenal, says Reddy HD. Hi, Mark. Roses are red, violets are blue. I think Leeds are a piece of poo, says Adastra. I think we can do better than that. Rodrigo with the cross. Harry Maguire again, caught underneath it. Should be winning that, Harry. You've got to be winning that. £80 million. You've got to win that. I'd have put money on him winning that one. Bruno's got to be careful here. Because it's Harry Maguire. There's a Leeds player. I think Harry Maguire's going to put it out. For Bamford. Cross comes in. Bamford goes up with it for Harry Maguire. And Harry just catches him in the face accidentally. SK7G says, I got my Emojam and I sent my mate the What a Prat emote. Mate, look, if you want to get your Emojams, they're the new sort of gift things. They are audio, so they're audio gifts. And when you send them on WhatsApp, you get the gift, but you get an audio thing. And obviously mine is the What a Prat one, but there's 6 of them. If you are a member of the United Stand Members Club, you can do that by clicking the join button and you use the link in the video description. You download Emojam, you log in with your YouTube credentials and you can download your 6 United Stand Emojams, courtesy of the United Stand Members Club and Emojam. And yeah, they're good fun to send to people on WhatsApp especially. Zane says, I can't believe if you are third in the table, false position, it's because of Bruno. Well, it's not false because we've got Bruno. If we sell Pogba in January, do we take all the funds from the transfer and that we have now and buy defenders? Attack can be great as we see, says Lazy Townie. And hi, Mark. I've done that one. You know, I'm just going to reiterate what I've said a few times now. We've got to buy a centre-back in January. Look at what this team is doing. And look, I'm not thinking about a title. I'm thinking about top 4. Look at what this team is doing. We could have top 4 nailed down if we buy a centre-back. Absolutely nailed down. We've got so many goals in us, but defensively we are still very, very suspect, and we need to buy better players. At the back. Anyway, Zane, at least you get to watch a good attacking side. You know, as an Arsenal fan, it must be really hard. Well in by Dan James. Oh, that's lovely play by Leeds. Cross comes in. Get rid of it, Tellez. Well done. Oh, lovely save by De Gea as well. I tell you what, De Gea's had I tell you what, for a 4-1, De Gea's had a very good game. One of our best players. I think this was actually going wide, but well, maybe not. It might have been in the post. Better on the corner there from United. Do you think Leeds will get relegated? Anyone? I predicted Leeds to get relegated. I think they've got too much quality in the way they play football. I mean, anybody can get relegated, but I think their quality on the ball is too good. But they will lose games, you know. I mean, United are going to beat them here, but I do think that there'll be games that they lose to the likes of Everton and stuff like that because they leave themselves open. And I think that, oh, here we go. This could be a great goal for Dan James. Yes! Get in! Well done. Well done. Lovely ball by McTominay. And Dan James makes it 5-1. He deserves that. He deserves that. Lovely take. Ricky's Christmas has just been wrapped up. He'll be playing that all week. But look at the ball by Scott McTominay here. Just watch. Watch this ball by McTominay. Reverse pass. Runs it there. Reverse pass here. Look, right foot. Turn. Bang. First touch by Dan. That's a brilliant goal. If that's Bruno and Martial, we're laminating it. We're saying what a great goal. It's super play from McTominay. He's moving towards being my man of the match now because this pass by McTominay is superb. And I think what was, I mean, look, let me just give Dan James the credit. Lovely goal by Dan James. But I'm always about how a goal happens. And this happens because of Scott McTominay. The pass is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And I think today, what we're seeing with Scott McTominay, and I've always said I'd acknowledge this, I don't think he's a first teamer for United. I think he's a bench player. But what we're seeing today is the potential that we always hear about with Scott McTominay. And I think the problem is we've been playing him as a holding midfielder, and he's quite clearly a box-to-box player. That's the difference with McTominay. I think he's a box-to-box player, and I think he's found his position. I think it's absolutely superb. 66 minutes. We could get 6. Let me change the score. Yeah, 2 goals and an assist for McTominay now. I think he's got to be man of the match in my mind. He wasn't. I was actually thinking Bruno or Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw's gone off, and McTominay's got the 3 things now. So, but I'm so glad that Dan James got the goal. You know, again, look, Dan James is never a starter for United. He'll never get a game against anybody who plays this open ever again. Dan James is a danger against teams who leave space, and Leeds have played wide open. But off the bench, he's a threat. Here we go, Martial off Bruno. Don't shoot from there, Tony. Too wide. Rashford's not scored yet either. Go on, he's got it now. Oh, Rashford, why didn't you shoot off your right foot? Penalty. He's given it! Yes! He's had a look. Anthony Taylor, he didn't want to give it. Martial went down and just stared at him and gave him the death stare. Give me a bloody penalty. Anthony Taylor was like, I don't want to. VAR's going to make me look a prat. It's definitely a penalty. Rashford probably should have shot off his right foot. Oh, it's a blatant penalty. It's a penalty all day of the week and next year. Absolutely. Even Bruno's looking at the ref saying, come on, give us the penalty. Now, will Bruno take the penalty? VAR's going to look at it. Actually, Stonewall, he is going to take it. I tell you what, enjoy this. What a crappy year we've had. Enjoy this. Enjoy this goal if it goes in, and enjoy the next 22 minutes. Because this will be 6-1. This will be Bruno's second goal. This is what proper rotation looks like, says the Raging Red Devil. Well, it's not just the rotation, it's the way we've played the game. The pass from Scott was Bruno-esque, says Lewis Tagg. Yeah, 6-1. 6. We want 7. We want 7. Go and get another one. It's Bruno Fernandes. It's 6-1 for Manchester United. It's 2 goals for Bruno. The stat padder continues. 2 goals and an assist for Bruno. He levels up with McTominay in this midfield battle. They've both got 2 goals. They've both got 1 assist. And Bruno Fernandes makes it 6-1. Oh, this is the best game in years. The best game in years. It's been so good to watch. And you know what? I almost want to give Leeds man of the match, because no team ever comes to United and plays like this. Can we play Leeds every week? I knew they were going to be open. I didn't think we would be able to exploit them as well as we have. But Leeds fans, and I tell you what, Leeds fans will be hating this. Remember, they're not our rivals really, but we are their biggest rival. Imagine what this is doing to Leeds fans right now. I must give them a shout out, because this is a massive game for Leeds, and they've been absolutely battered. Absolutely battered. All right. Van der Beek and Cavani are coming on. Dan James and McTominay both scoring. I bet you're struggling to stand up now. You've been sat down that much today, says Jake Pennington. Mate, I'm absolutely over the moon. I support Manchester United, so I'm the winner. This whole season is a madness, says Manraj. Welcome to the Members Club, United Red Army, Jimbo. And it's okay to criticise a referee, but it's crossing a line, making nasty comments about their appearance, says Lorcan Smith. And I'm actually so happy for Dan James. He's not first team, but as a bench player, he's quality. Let's go United, says Wadu. And hey, say hello to my friend. For me, love greetings. Yarrick, says Kerim. Okay. Bruno's come off. Van der Beek has come on. I don't know who Cavani came on for. Subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner, by the way. It's Donny time, says Ukio. Player ratings will be coming in soon as well. Let me keep on top of that. (6-1). Don't miss a Leeds goal. Here's McTominay driving forward. We want 7. Oh, look at McTominay. Into Martial. This is the one. Oh, he's missed again. Martial, come on, mate. It's all right looking to the sky. You've kicked it at his bloody foot. Bottom corner. Martial and Rashford and Bruno came off, which is good actually, because both of those players need a rest. So Martial's got 2 assists and he's won a penalty, and he should have 2 goals. And McTominay would have had another assist. Martial's just not got his shooting boots on. And I agree, he's got to be scoring that sort of a chance. Cavani trying to flick it. I hope Donny van der Beek can get a goal. Still got 20 minutes for it. Martial's got 4 assists, says Ramdani. Lindelof. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Penalty. Bruno assisted the first. Martial assisted. Oh, lovely goal by Leeds. 6-2. 8-goal thriller. I can't be arsed to moan. Let's have a look who's at fault. If there was anybody at fault. Wan-Bissaka, really. Wan-Bissaka's got to close him down there. He's on his right foot. What's he doing? Nah, that's Wan-Bissaka's fault. Wan-Bissaka, that is, I'm afraid. Lazy. But I suppose it's 6-1. You can forgive him. The women's team won 6-1, says WH13. Well, Leeds aren't going to stop. They're going to keep going. What a game it's been. I'm not going to moan about goals going in. I mean, look, what a game to watch, though, says Sharath Kamath Fitness. We've been absolutely entertained here. It's been superb. Absolutely superb. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's just switched off a little bit there. We want 7. It's a foul on McTominay. Player ratings is open. I'm going to drop it in the link in the video description now. So if you're new to player ratings, you can vote for your player ratings on the United Stand website, unitedstand.com. When I do my match reaction after this, where we talk about the game and everything, we also do player ratings. I'll give my player ratings, but when I click mine, it will aggregate everyone else's of yours. So there's my player ratings and yours. They go together and we can compare how we voted for it. I'm just going to drop the link in the video description for you. But you can also just go to the unitedstand.com and start and get on there early if you want to. Remember to mark every player out of 10, 6 being average. Put a star next to your man of the match. You can give Ollie a score as well, and then you submit your score. That's how it works. Let me just get the video description. Here we go. Mark, can you say Callum smells, says Tom Bayliss. And Zane says, well, at least there was an expressions about when Zane Leeds disappointing, says Zane Miassi. Good thing about this, Mark, is it cancels out the Spurs game in terms of goal difference. One of the better attacking performances since Sir Alex says truly. There's 2 Leeds players down here in the box. United struggling from a corner again. Nothing new there. Leeds are like a daddy long legs, scary and clumsy. Lose a leg and they just keep going. Great fun to watch, says Nick Pay. Welcome to the Members Club, Magnus Nimoon. And yes, we played extremely well today, but we can't forget about Ollie. I'm Ollie in, and today he's got this spot on. So Mark's been sat down by Scott and Dan, but Ollie's sat all you out as today, says Dylan Jeffrey. Dylan, I mean, to be honest with you, people like you just piss me off. Like, you're not a United fan. Are you? Is that what you're obsessed about? Being right. Oh, Ollie sat the Ollie outers down. McTominay sat the doubters down. Well, he hasn't sat them down, is he? They've not sat anybody down because the criticism of the manager and the players has obviously been justified. What they've done is they've not sat people down. They've improved, which is what everybody wants them to do. I get fed up of this toxic Ollie in, Ollie out, you're wrong, I'm right. It seems to me that some of our fan base are more obsessed about being right than actually enjoying the fact that we're winning a game 6-2 and we've played well. I don't think anybody's been sat down. Was an Ollie Outer sat down when we embarrassed ourselves against Leipzig? No. We've improved. And that's what people want to do. So everybody should enjoy the result. Everybody should enjoy the performances. Nobody's been sat down because some of these players have been shite and people who criticise them were right. And the tactics. What's happened is we're playing the way we want to play. And that should be celebrated by all, not smug, I'm better than you. A world-class defender and striker will take this team to the next level, says Cruz. We've got to buy a centre-back. Mark, since McSauce was on a hat-trick, would you have wanted him to take the penalty, says Salah Ahmed. I never even thought about that. It's a good point. Bielsa looks like having a heart attack. Almost feel sorry for the old lad, says Anton. He always looks like that, Anton, to be fair. Every corner, Maguire just stands idle. He ball watches, says Baloo Singh. Welcome to the Members Club, Al Pop. Thank you very much for that. Spot on, Mark. Some people love to be right only, says Irfan. It just does my head in, really. It's just, I just want Manchester United to win. I want Manchester United to be successful. That's why I moan, because I think we've been so far away for so long. I don't know what this result means. It means we're still near the top of the league, and I want that to keep going. But I don't know what it means. I don't think we can win the title, because I still don't know, are we going to play like this next week, or will we play like we did last week against Man City, where we sit back? I don't know. But Ollie deserves massive respect. I think the fact that today, on this performance, I see a massive amount of coaching in it. And I'll talk about it in the match reaction, definitely. Because the way we've approached this against a good coach, you can't say he hasn't got tactics. And I've always said, do I think he's a top-level coach? No. Has he got tactics? Yes. How could he become a top-level coach? I hope so. I'm not so sure. But, you know, we've got to hope. He's the Manchester United manager. So you've got to hope for that. Do get your player ratings in. Links in the video description. Or you can go direct to unitedstand.com. Mark every player out of 10. 6 being the average. And we can do that. Leeds are on the attack again. I don't think Wan-Bissaka's had a very good game, has he? And this could be a goal. This could be 6-3. Good block by Harry Maguire there, to be fair. Another corner here. Watch what happens. Great result. A massive confidence boost for the team, says Nick M. Wan-Bissaka wins that one. Hope this doesn't make Ollie overlook the tactical issues with the back post, etc., says Nick M. And it's bloody Kevin Friend, says Christian Withers. How many... I'll tell you what's got me interested. How many corners do you think that they've had today? Leeds. 6-2. It's a good old scoreline, isn't it? A very good scoreline. I'm interested to see what's the shot ratio is, because I think this is going to be quite an interesting thing. You know, sometimes, like, Leeds have had 60% possession. They've had 14 shots. We've had 19 shots. They've had 11 corners and we've had 8. So, I don't want to bring a negative onto this at all, but they've actually, for as much as we're winning the game, how much of it is down to quality of player that we've got over Leeds? You know, it's been a very equal game in some ways. I ain't happy with this at all. The defending's embarrassing. Do we have a defensive coach? Someone hire Vidic because they're all over the place, says Sean Negative Turner. And Arsenal have scored 6 goals in the last 10 league games. Man United have scored 6 in one game and it's not over yet. It's sweeter than sugar, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. Mark, do you think Dan James has showed football intelligence today, says Jack Jones? I think it's been the perfect game for Dan James because there's so much space. Big confidence boost and great result, says Nick M, for the team. Hope this doesn't make Ollie overlook the tactical issues with back post. Yeah, we've done that one. And can't forget Leeds have had a lot of chances. Better team, you never know, says J Rod 998. Yeah, I think, you know, 6-2 is the right score. But on another day, it could have been the 4-3 that many people predicted it would be. So, you know, Man United have deserved to win this game. There's no doubt about that. But as I said, when that story came about the talks with Pochettino, I still think Solskjaer is always going to be one bad result away from, you know, criticism. I think that's just the way it's going to be with him as manager now, because, you know, consistently we've picked up a lot of points, and this is a really good result. But you know, there will be people who say, "Wow, Leeds had loads of corners, Leeds had loads of shots, and you know, Leeds played too open. It was, you know, Bielsa got it wrong." Cavani's miles offside there. Don't know why Fred plays that. Jason Drummer says man of the match. We can vote for that on your player ratings show. On the player ratings, sorry. Links in the video description. You can be doing that now. It's been nice to concede goals and not have to moan about them, hasn't it? Where on God's earth is Cameron Borthwick Jackson? Lad was good, to be honest. What do you think, boss? Says Parth. I don't know where he is now. It's Cavani. He won't miss. Oh, he did. Dan James. Oh, good save by the keeper as well. 2 good saves by the keeper. It should have been 7. Give McTominay the number 16 shirt, says Jez16. I would not have expected Cavani to miss that. And Dan James was a bit of a harder shot, but the keeper made a good save on that. So I'm a big critic of it, McTominay, but fair play, pat on the back now. Go and do it for 2 or 3, 4 games in a row. That's the difference between top midfielders and average, says Robbo FN. Good point. I will touch on that. 3, 4 games. Good point. I'll talk about that in the match reaction. Lindelof clears here. We've got 5 minutes to go in this. I would like us to get 7. It's got a better ring to it, hasn't it? But at least we can all watch Match of the Day tonight. Mark, do you think Bruno can win the Ballon d'Or? Says James Kang. I mean, his stats must be ridiculous. I'm excited to actually look at what he probably is doing as a manager, as a player at the moment, because his stats are unbelievable. I mean, he's got another 2 goals today, another assist, and you know, the most important stat for me, here's Tellez, good shot, keeper saved it. The most important stat for me with Bruno Fernandes is the winning stat of the team. And how we're doing as a team. You know, our points accumulation as a team when Bruno came in since last January is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And that's the most important thing. But the team will take so much confidence from this as well. They really, really will. Cross comes in from Tellez. Maguire, oh, you need it. You know, I really thought Harry Maguire would score today. I just think it's been one of those games where, Fred. Oh, Fred. Oh, Fred. Keeper makes a great save. Should have been 7-2. We can't get number 7. We can't get number 7. And the thing is, I want to get 7 because I've got a really good tweet, and I'm not going to get to do it. It would work really, really well. All right. Should have been 7 there. Another cross for Tellez from the corner. Oh, over the bar from Maguire. Or was it Maguire? Was it Martial? I think it was Martial. Maguire's probably put him off, to be fair. No, it's not. It's Maguire. About 5 minutes to go. It's not gone the way Leeds fans would have thought it would have gone. Well, would have hoped it would have gone. Well, I tell you what, Van der Beek's been quite quiet since he came on, though, hasn't he? You know, is he struggling with a confidence thing now, which was always going to be the problem? I think, you know, Van der Beek, when he was playing games, he looked really good. You know, you just hope his head doesn't start to drop because he's not getting game time. I've not really noticed Van der Beek do much in this since he's been on. Nice layoff there to Cavani. Lovely switch of the play to Van der Beek. Has a look. Line it, line it, line it. McTominay, he's onside. Look at the penalty spot. Look at the penalty spot. Still McTominay wins a corner. There's been so many corners. I reckon we've probably broken corner records in this game. He must be knackered, McTominay. Don't play him on Wednesday. Keep him back for Leicester. Never thought I'd be saying that. Make sure you get your player ratings in for the match reaction show. Links in the video description. Player ratings. Mark every player out of 10. 6 being average. Put a star next to your man of the match. Submit your score and we'll go through that on the match reaction. You can do that on the United Stand website. For some reason, it's taken it out. There's Leeds on the attack. That'll be... Oh! Oh, they should have scored. Why didn't Bamford shoot and then Harrison misses? It should be 6-3. It should be 8-2. It could be anything, this score. Man United have deserved to win it, but Leeds have missed a lot of chances too. So many chances. I mean, defensively, you'd have to say... Everything is... I mean, look, left-backs, Tellez and Shaw. Well, Shaw was very good, but there's been so many opportunities that we've gifted up. Off that far post. What a game. We'll never get a game like this again. Cavani. Van der Beek. Lovely tackle by Van der Beek. Go on, Donny. Down the right-hand side. He has a look. He needs to have a look. He plays it into Cavani. Cavani hits it first time. Shame. Good play by Van der Beek there, though. Really good play. McTominay's coming off here. I think he's all right. He's rubbing his knob. I've heard my cock. He doesn't even speak Scottish, apparently. But he is Scottish. Please subscribe if bottom right hand corner. We're very close to 927,000. McSauce has come off. Arguably man of the match. We'll talk about man of the match in the match reaction. I also am going to talk about in the match reaction, not just the positives, but the eye-opening negatives. In the sense that there are some in this game. the massive positives are the win. The massive positives are that we're third in the league, I think, now. But it's amazing how many corners we've conceded. It's amazing how many crosses have been put into the box. Best is Bruno and Rash off and still attacking well, says S. Mackies. Match reaction is link in the top line of the video description, and player ratings. We've also got the link in there on the website, unitedstand.com. As many people as possible, please vote in the player ratings, because it makes it better on the match reaction. We basically aggregate the thousands of people who vote and give the most accurate player ratings actually out there for Manchester United. None of this one journalist giving their reactions. It's thousands of United fans voting on the player ratings. So there's no more accurate way of getting Manchester United player ratings than the thousands of you voting on the website. So it's fantastic how it works now. And it's pinned in the video. It's pinned in the live chat as well if you want to go through that link. Another minute to go, and it's going to be, well, look, the great thing is football's so unpredictable, but we've been talking about this game. Cheers, Mark, says JP Smith. Thanks, pal. We've been talking about this game for a long time and saying it would be a cracker. And Leeds must be applauded. They won't want any applause for this, Leeds, but we saw it coming a mile off. We knew it was going to be a tight game. Not tight. We knew it was going to be an open game. Like in a couple of weeks, we know Wolves is going to be a tight, boring game because of the way Wolves play. We knew this was going to be an open game because of the way Leeds play. And Ollie decided to be open with it. And we have benefited massively, from the way Leeds play football. And I hope Leeds do keep playing like this, because I'll look forward to the game at Ellen Road, and not just because they're a rival, but because it's going to be a certain type of football, and it's been a fantastic game to watch, and they've played their part in it, Leeds. So they won't take that as a consolation, of course they won't, and I understand why they wouldn't want to, but it's been a fantastic watch, and They deserve their credit, even though they won't want to take it. Mark, can you please say his McGroin is McHurting in a Scottish accent? McGroin is McHurting. McGroin is McHurting. And he is Scottish, but he hasn't got a Scottish accent, Armands. So there you go. Well, look, there it is. Final whistle. We can stop the clock. What a performance. Dan James looks over the moon, as he should be. Finally putting in a performance. I mean, I wouldn't start him in again. Very soon. I mean, I think, it suited this sort of game, but squad rules, squad business, that's what it's all about. Do your player ratings, link in the video description for that. We're going to go on to the match reaction. You can go through the homepage, or you can go through the video description. I'm going to be live there in about 60 seconds time. Absolutely fantastic performance from Manchester United. A lot to dissect. I believe we are third in the league. Let me just have a quick look at that before we go over. We are third in the league on goal difference. We've got one more than Everton. So we're third in the league with a game in hand on everybody in the top four, in the top six, in fact. Third in the league with a game in hand on everybody in the top six. And we are 3 points ahead of Man City as well, who've played the same amount of games. 5 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. Is it time to start believing? We'll be talking about that. Is the title coming back to Old Trafford? We'll be talking about that in a minute. Match reaction. I'll see you there in a moment. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit. And do your player ratings. I'll see you over there in a minute. Link in the video description for both of those.